Okay. That should theoretically do the trick. So, hello everyone, it's your favorite programming error that just refuses to be fixed. CodeErr. And yes, I am continuing Genshin. Against my better judgment. Hello Deadly, hello Spinne. You two are still in a call, aren't you? So how's it going? If either one of you can hear me, I know Spinne can't because ads. Which I apologize for. Ha! Except you both can't hear me because ads. So that's how it is. So I am alone after all. Well. No use delaying though. No use delaying because we gotta get this event done. So let's get to work right away. Deadly sucks at Genshin. How bad could you possibly be at Genshin? You streamed today? I saw the notification. After. Like, I saw it later. When I was about to set up to go live myself. Very sad. 2-week break again. Imagine streaming on a regular basis. Wouldn't that be something? Only uses... Wait, only the normal attack? I mean, don't get me wrong, range is nice and all, but that deals nowhere near as much damage as any kind of close range attack. I do not understand. Plus, Genshin is all about dynamically switching characters around, otherwise you can't do reactions. Klee. Klee.
Okay, got it.
Yes. Well, you have to only use one. I mean, I see, but still. Maybe you still have a chance to get used to it.
But fish taste best when they're freshly blasted. Grill them over a fire and they'll turn extra crispy and smell so good.
I'm gonna have to turn it up a bit more, I think. Why is Genshin always so quiet? Who knows?
Don't worry, Jean has informed me.
Genshin is as quiet as FNF is loud.
So, I went ahead and placed some orders at Good Hunter. Over the next few days, their chefs will be preparing the best fish fresh from the lake and cooking them right away.
So is this
Freshly
event
cooked
about
fish
going
served
fish
with Klee's
blasting?
favorite spices and my specially prepared desserts. I'm sure it'll be just as delicious as your catches.
Alright, come on.
Then I'll trust your taste.
Let us go
Lisa.
fish blasting. I doubt this event is gonna be too long, considering it didn't stick around as long. But apparently it's important enough to have voice
I
acting.
won't go fish blasting or make any trouble for Albedo's friend.
But yeah, if it's voice acted, it has to be important enough for voice acting.
And Paimon now. Is someone looking for us?
Pretty rare to see you two together. You will like the reward. Oh, will I? Okay. Okay, then.
Klee was just thinking about you and then you appeared. How'd you do that? Oh, did you somehow magically hear Klee's thoughts?
I mean, yes, one of my
Oh,
team member
little
can hear
Judy
your
and
thoughts.
Paimon, you're here
Because
just
her name
in
is
time.
Klee.
Looks like I won't have to go to the trouble of writing you a letter now.
Klee's wishes summoned us here.
We had some time on our hands and wanted to look for something to read in the library.
Not a bomb? How
Anyway, let's go to
sad.
Klee's Bombastic
Or at least not a
Adventure.
bomb to my
It's way
face.
more
We'll
fun
see
than
if it's
reading
a bomb.
book. It's a new game Lisa made for me. We came up with the name together. You're amazing, Paimon. You remembered the name so quickly. Whoa, you can design games.
There's a pipe bomb in your
I thought
mailbox.
that you were just
In
into
your
books.
main dumpty.
I merely drew some inspiration from Shroomsplosion, a game from back when I was a student. It didn't really take too much effort.
Okay.
As long as we keep Klee happy during these unique circumstances, I'm willing to design as many games as she likes.
Unique circumstances, you say?
Oh, now that Paimon thinks about it, Klee mentioned Albedo's friend, right? Did something happen in Mondstadt?
Did she try to blow up the city
It's not
again?
too serious, but the situation still has to be
Yes,
treated
I
with
hope
caution.
so. Alright.
Recently, fish species native to Sumeru have begun appearing inside her lake. Allowing them to spread would put the ecological balance of Mondstadt's waters at risk. Luckily, Klee noticed
Okay.
some fish she'd never seen before while she snuck out to play. She caught a few and showed them to Kaya. If it weren't for Klee, I'm afraid most of the local species would have already receded by the time ordinary
sorry,
citizens
and also
fully grasped the
cutscenes.
situation.
Damn, imagine.
And if
Imagine
a
just
change
skipping
occurs in the
everything.
underwater ecosystem, it could very well
Fine,
affect
good.
the
Alright,
quality
see
of
you
water
around,
inside her
Deadly.
lake.
Thanks for checking in.
Consequently, the
I
entire
guess.
wine industry of Mondstadt could be in danger, and that poses a major threat to our economy.
I saved the day! I even got praised by Master G!
Good job, Klee. Let's hope you can get out of house arrest next time she sees you get into trouble.
So that's what happened. Oh, good thing Klee noticed the fish before things got out of control.
The entirety of the next.
investigation team sent out a
You're
few
just saying
members
that
to
because you
inspect
know the
Cider
next
Lake
stream is gonna
and
be
look for the
FNF
origin
again.
of the intruding species. To avoid disturbing these little invaders, Klee has to keep her treasured bombs away for some time.
Ah,
The
how
investigation
sad.
team's
No
instruments are extremely
explosions.
sensitive, so any explosion within a certain distance of the lake would affect their data. Jean said that Klee would definitely get bored being cooped up inside the city all the time.
So,
Albedo's busy making improvements to the reconnaissance company's experimental equipment, while Kaya just left for a business trip. So the task of looking after her fell on my shoulders.
I see.
But I'm not
So how
bored
can I
anymore
help
because
then?
Lisa invented Dodoko's Bombtastic Adventure! Mr. Honorary Knight and Paimon, let's play together!
Sure. If you want to visit the pot, by all means go ahead. Count us in.
All right, the game table is right over there in the garden. The orders I've placed at Good Hunter will also be delivered there.
Pot time. Alright, I
enjoy
hope you
yourselves.
enjoy my pot.
It's not every day you get to play games with Klee, surrounded by the scent of flowers
I mean,
and
what?
berries, with delicious food delivered right to you.
Wait, Lisa, are you not coming with us?
Don't you think it'd be a little unfair if the game's creator joined in? I don't want to spoil
Why?
the
Why would that
fun.
be unfair?
Besides, as the librarian, I still have my basic responsibilities to take care of.
Hey, Lynette and Pot, yes?
Sounds like another excuse for
Yes.
staying indoors!
By the way, I'm tempted. Should I
Run
try a
along
few
now.
more polls
Have
for
fun playing with
Neuvillette?
Klee.
I don't know. We'll take good care of Klee. Of course we will. Also, Life. Hello, welcome to the stream. There's a Klee in your mailbox. Alright. I could have probably just used the door. That would have been too easy. Why use a door if you can teleport? Which potentially just increased the distance I have to go. It's been a while. Not too long though this time, has it? But it has been a while since I did
We're here,
a
Mr. Honorary Knight.
Genshin.
This is where we'll play Dodoko's
Pull for the
Bombtastic
man.
Adventure.
Neuvillette polls, do it.
Lisa picked a really good
Perhaps I
All
should.
right, teach us how to play Klee.
Dodoko Adventures, kaboom! Kaboom indeed.
Yeah, let's play.
Alright, I completed the quest. Does that mean it's done, or is there more to the quest once I'm done with the game? Like, is there more voice-acted stuff after I'm done with the game? Or did I complete everything that was voice-acted? Your house is empty. Ah, yes, so it's one of those ones. Right, see, the thing is I had multiple teapot designs. And I guess I didn't flesh out all of them completely. Fan streams? Ooh, who? Which one? Gabe, perhaps? So, tell me. Is there more voice-acted stuff after this event is done? Or not. I'm gonna assume there is. Okay, so I have to play it on stream then. Defeat the spiky fish warrior using the Jumpty Dumpty to obtain 1 point. And the king to earn 2. Special ones have different explosion types. Okay. Comes into contact with spiky fish, explosive on the path will automatically explode. After throwing a special one, you can press the throw button again to cause it to explode immediately. Okay. So essentially, I can easily blow up all of these by just... Is E-throw? Wait, what's... Oh, space. So yeah, these ones should be easy points to get. I can switch with tab, okay. So I throw. And I blow it up there. Okay, I got it, I got it. And now these ones. And that's it. Okay, that was easy enough. Select stage. Oh, nice. They have a select stage button rather than a exit button. What do you mean, holy shit? Full of cat. Oh, it was the cat house, of course. Ah, the cat house. Switch the side. Oh. Okay, okay, I see. And these ones... Ah, okay, I know exactly where those need to go then. That one goes there. I should have just enough for a perfect score. I go over here. And here. And then I don't even have to press anymore. It's fine. It'll explode automatically. Get that perfect score. Okay. Switch with Q and E. Yeah, I mean, fair, but this works too. Let's hurry along, shall we? Spiky, sneaky seagrass and spiky stony strongholds can withstand front blast, but seagrass will be obliterated after a single explosion. Okay. So I'm assuming it doesn't give any points. What do I have? 3 and ooh, that's a big one. Okay. So I assume what it wants me to do is blow it up once. Blow up that. Kill those. And now for those... That is too small, I need the big one. And then the big one in the back. Okay. Ooh, okay, I think I know what it wants me to do. Late over here, yeah, it's late for all of us, I think. So if I then use this here. Okay. I'm not gonna get the full high score on this, but it's fine. Yeah, I noticed, but that was the thingy. It's not gonna be a perfect score, but fine by me. I'm gonna miss out on 2. I don't think I need the perfect score to get everything, probably. Let's see what I can get so far. Because if I don't need the perfect score, then I really don't mind. Yeah, okay. I'm getting as much of a score as I need. But yeah, it is cool. Also, hello, Rob. Crash Kaboom Minus Ignited can trigger second explosion with a massive AoE. Can still be blocked though, okay. Okay, let me think about how to approach this. Okay, so... I can't hit from the back, can I? Yeah, I can't hit from the very back, which is sad. Very sad. Because that essentially means I have to blast through here by force. Okay, let's just do this first. Because I'm pretty sure that it's obvious that the game wants me to do that. Then I need to blast through here. Once. Twice. Then I use the big one. Now this is gonna be a little bit harder to time. Hopefully this works. Yes! Okay, and that should not be a perfect score because I forgot that I needed to hit the other two thingies. I still think hitting the thing in the back gives me a better score. Oh well. I thought you were better. Yeah, sometimes I don't like to think, apparently. Actually, this is probably a better score. So I'll hit that. Wow! Okay, no, that was just horrible. I horribly mistimed that one. But yeah, I definitely need to get rid of this one. Then I can hit this. Oh, wow, the explosion is nowhere near as big as I thought. I thought the explosion would... Yeah, never mind. Never mind. I severely misjudged the size of the explosion. I thought it would reach all the way to the other side, and that's why I wanted to get rid of the seagrass in the middle. Because I thought if I got rid of the seagrass in the middle, I could trigger both explosions in one strike. There. Are you happy? I hope you're happy. Also, I have enough. I have tons of... Oh god, I am... Oh, that sounds... I am so sorry to hear about that one. I hope you're doing okay. Alright, special Jumpty Dumpties. Gain additional Jumpty Dumpties, okay. Feel like I have to time this properly. Actually, I think I just have to go like this. Let's not overthink it too much, because if I overthink it too much, I'm not gonna get anything good done. There. So which ones do I have? A very, very big one, okay. However, the big one will still not reach all of the ones in the back, which is annoying. But it would be enough to trigger the explosion here. Is that what the game wants me to do? I'm not sure. Again, let's not worry about the perfect score. Let's just get this done. Okay, that was horrible. That was horrible timing. Alright, let's try this again. There. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, that was also not the best timing. But, fine. I am not getting the best score, or anywhere close to a really good score. Why did I say store? Bah. Can't even talk anymore, that's how tired I am. But I can at least get some more points by doing this. And I think that is about as good of a score as I'm gonna get on this. Again, not gonna worry about the perfect score, as long as I get enough. Here, store. Yeah, sure. Wait, why is there no check mark on that one? Are you seriously telling me I need more on that? No. Oh, because I didn't collect the rewards yet, that's it. Alright, final level. Let's go. I hate it that it totally wasn't on that square yet, but somehow it's still triggered as if it was. There. Okay. Hurts to speak. Oh, I hope you will recover, yeah. That does sound absolutely horrible. I'm supposed to do something differently here. I have this. Well, that wouldn't help, would it? Yeah, I still think I have to use this one here. Uh-huh. Then again. And now I have a big one for the other side. Which I can toss right in here. To at least get a decent amount of points. I kind of have to blow up the seagrass here. So I can get this one into the back. Nice. I need to get another one in the back. This is gonna be horrible to time, I think. Let's just hope it works. Okay, nice, nice, I got it. And then one all the way in the back. And I have one left over. Which is perfect because there's still one opponent left over. I can get a perfect score. I feel like I don't need this big of a blast for it, but sure, let's go. Go big or go home. And that, and like, just like that, I've already won.
Spiky fish warriors. Even the spiky fish.
I still don't understand why this event was important enough to feature voice acting. But you know what, I'm not complaining. Except I am, because it's really For an event that has voice acting, it really isn't around long enough. Truly unstoppable.
This game reminds Paimon of the incident happening in Cider Lake. Did Lisa base its theme on that?
Perhaps. Who knows? She would know.
But come to think of it, why go to the trouble of finding the invading species when they could just ask Klee to blow up every suspicious fish?
It says every suspicious reef, and that is definitely not something you want to do.
Let us handle this.
You and Klee are two peas in a pod,
Oh,
yup.
well. From the looks on your faces, it seems like you're having
Also,
fun.
Gabe, thank you so much for the raid. How's it going? How did the rest of Outlast go? The rest of your Outlast stream, I should say.
Dodoko's Bombastic Adventure. What a fun game you did.
Last I saw, you were tied to a wheelchair.
Thanks for playing. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
But yeah, thank you
Perhaps I
so
should
much for
come
the
up with
raid,
some
and
new
welcome
updates.
raiders. Welcome.
Ooh, yay! Klee wants to see Dodoko going on adventures.
We're
in
currently
all
playing an
kinds of
event in
places.
Genshin.
No, wait. You must have
Had our
spent
fingers
a
ca-
long
Oh.
time working on the
Ah, I
game.
see. Yeah, that is
Exhausting.
totally going good. Also, thank you for the
We
head
shouldn't
pads,
make
by the way,
Lisa work
Spooky.
too
Hello, hello.
Aw, thank you for being
Ooh,
so
and a
considerate.
hydrate. Also, you might have noticed I fixed the hand.
But if it helps keep you happy while you stay inside the city,
Thank
I'll
you.
be more than happy to spend as much time as
The hand is now a reasonable
Of course, I
size.
understand that you prefer going on your own adventures whenever you like. The game is just meant to be a new way to pass the time.
And thank you, mods.
Anyway,
I'm
I have
assuming
some
that was
great
Spinne.
news.
Thank you
And
for
I've
doing the
also
shout
got
out.
a gift for you cuties.
A gift?
It's gift time.
Actually, I have a gift for Mr. Honorary Knight and Paimon too.
This is what I've been told
We'll get
about.
to the gifts
Okay,
in
and
a
I'm
moment.
apparently gonna like
Let
this
me tell
gift.
you the news first.
Wanna come up here? Real. Despair is real. When the despair hits you. It is always good. Gotta go do the dishes, of course you do. You cannot escape the dishes. Is the incident inside the lake resolved?
That's right. 2 knights from the investigation team found the invasive species nest and swiftly disposed of it. The knights have also determined the cause of their invasion.
Oh.
The species
So
were
it
accidentally
was Rob.
introduced
Thank
to
you,
the
by the
lake
way,
by a
Rob.
merchant
And
without
Spinne, welcome
any
back.
malicious intent. So the knights let her go after some lecturing and issuing a fine.
Okay.
Luckily, they didn't cause too much trouble. But even Paimon thinks that merchant was way too careless.
Guess who's back? You're always back. Water inside the lake is safe.
Is it
Sadly.
Gifts yet? Can Klee go
Tragic,
first?
how very tragic.
Of course. Klee's been returning home on time every day without being reminded by anyone. So, I've been wondering
Birthday?
what you're up to lately.
Oh, today? In that case, happy birthday.
When I was home
The
at
happiest of
night,
happy
I
birthdays.
went to Albedo's
Why is everyone's
crafting
birthday in
book
October?
And learned to make this. Da-da-da.
Isn't it good that the water is saved? No, because that way it can't cause any despair to anyone if it's safe. That is adorable.
Whoa! It's Dodoko doing a jumpy dumpty!
I'll take that.
Yep, I made a figure that looks like the Dodoko from
No hand in
Dodoko's
that
Bombastic Adventure!
situation.
Even though I can't make it throw real bombs.
What do you mean? Who had impact on what? I'd
Hope
never
it
have impact on
reminds you of the
anything.
fun we had together and blast away your troubles and boredom.
So right on the raid, I see. Oh, 27.
Dodoko
So
doing
everyone's
all
birthday is in
right on
October,
the
fellow
adventures
October
like this.
boys.
With this,
The
we'll
October
feel like
gang.
adventuring with Klee and Dodoko wherever we go.
Well, there's me, there's Sid, there's you. Who else? Who else has their big day in the spooky month? Thank you for the creative and thoughtful gift, Klee.
I'm so happy you like my gift. I worked super hard on it.
January boy over
What's your
here.
gift, Lisa?
How
I
sad.
wanna see.
Well, I'm afraid my gift is a lot less creative than yours.
Gabe losing fingers.
It's
I
a
see.
storybook about Dodoko's Bombastic Adventures.
FNAF movie? The day of the FNAF movie. I mean, At least, you know, that means you can go to this. You can go watch the movie on your birthday. Wouldn't that be a fun thing? Movie party or something. What do I know?
An adventure story! Yay! Whoa! A whole storybook!
The little
True.
cuties returned to Mondstadt and joined Klee on an adventure with Dodeco.
Alright.
Together, they defeated the bad spiky fish
Thank you for
warriors
this
and then
storybook.
enjoyed an
But
afternoon tea.
I can't stay in Mondstadt because
A most
I have to
fitting
go
way
back to
end
prison
Dodeco's
now.
fantastic adventure.
Did you plan out the whole story while designing the game?
So what if she did?
No, as the protagonists of the story, you,
What
little
the fu-
cutie,
what do you
and
mean, what the
Klee
fuck?
all played an important part in bringing
Important
the story
stuff.
to life.
First come to the teapot, but
I've left a
why?
blank spot in the book,
Okay,
especially
fine.
for illustrations. But I just thought of an even better idea. Since we're all here on this special occasion, why don't I take a photo of you together?
A photo? Now?
Sure! We got to see our friends and play games together! That's definitely worth
Back to
celebrating!
prison, what did I miss? Oh, just story stuff. For trapping kids to murder each other, code is what about. Hey. Hey. Come on. I make sure that all the people who murder each other are at least 18. How far over that age we don't talk about. Let's take a group photo.
Come on then, Mr. Honorary Knight and Paimon. Ready, Lisa?
I am not quite ready for the lolly killing game yet.
We
Keyword
had
being
so
yet.
much fun today. 3, 2, 1.
But even then they might all be over 18 for all you know. We don't talk about Hero. Ah, yes. Nice. Not eat too much. May get you Alright, fine. Fine, I'll go to my teapot real quick. If it is necessary. To place something in here. And then we continue by going to prison. Hooray. Once it loads. So I can beat my teapot real quick before going to prison. Again. Just dropkick a child. Yes, I should. Hi. Alright, Neuvillette pulls. That's another thing I wanted to do. Ha! Ha! I literally can't do it while you're here. I am sorry, you have to leave, Neuvillette. AKA Spinne, AKA Neuvillette. Otherwise, I cannot place the pipe bomb. Say that in my life. Damn it. Well, I guess I'll just leave then. Does that thing not have any textures for the front of it? It looks like that attack seriously doesn't have any textures at the end of it. Wow, that is tragic. I guess they completely forgot that you can see the other side of it too. Alright, where would it be? In here maybe? No, not in here. Unless, was it in here? I doubt it. Yeah. Save. There it is. Oh. Ah, okay, it works here. It moves! It shall guard the bridge. Okay. Half stuffed. Ha. Alright, I'll teleport up here real quick to have a look. Look at it. Look at it. Well then, I guess I'll just go and do story stuff in the meantime. Neuvillette pulls. But you said I need a Neuvillette near me if I do that. Or do you think this will be enough luck? You know what, let's hope it brings me luck. Okay, I have a few more primos now. Anything else that I can... No, I already did the Stardust exchange. Okay. Well then. Let's see.
Hey,
I don't know how many I'll do.
Girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself.
I like how
Early
Zhongli
story.
started talking
My
at the
neighbor and
same
good
time
friend
as
since
Rob.
we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today. But
Damn.
it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together
One
on
more.
days like this. But Star.
I think I'll do 3 10 pulls. I don't know. I don't want to waste all of my primos because part of me wants to save for Hydro Archon for Rena. Double Fischl, that's a sign. They want me to get the Chuny when she comes out. That is a sign. But I'll do 1 more. Damn it.
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth. And those that come across Leo...
Not even a
tend to
character.
stay
You will get the limited. Yeah, I
on.
know
It
I
is
have
where many things come
100%.
to settle.
But that... How far in am I? How many was it per page again? 5, okay. 20, 30, 40... Almost 50. That is nowhere
Where do you
near
want
enough
to go
pity.
next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist
That is
spots,
nowhere near enough
I
pity.
have a few references.
Oh! Never mind, I don't need pity! I don't need pity to get Neuvillette. Okay. What do you mean plus 30? Oh, because it didn't update. Oh, you mean because it didn't update. Did it not update when I pressed history? Huh. After an hour. Ah, I see. Well then. Guess who I got in that
Every
case.
journey has its final day. Don't rush.
Once he's leveled up, I'll kick out Jean. I don't need her anymore. I don't need Jean anymore. And another Fischl. There he is.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
That is not Osmanthus wine, but
where
sure.
are those who share the memory?
You know what? Maybe Neuvillette can help share in your memory in the future. But I don't think that was Osmanthus wine. I am very sorry, Zhongli. Alright, let's go. Story time. Normal water? Yeah, no flavor. I need to exit first. I forgot that somehow the teapot always counts as co-op mode. Alright, the prison. Let's go. Here's the flavors of every region. We'll see if we can eventually get those flavors. But now I need to save, and I don't know, do I want to save for Hydro Archon? Do I want to save longer so I can get Dendro Archon when she returns? Nahida do be pretty nice. Maybe I'll save even longer and try to get Nahida. Then again, the Chuni Archon. Decisions. Now that I have the character I was so hyper fixated on, that being Zhongli, now I actually have decisions to make again. And I don't like that. Having to make decisions is horrible. Senora. Yeah, I could do the La Senora, but we'll see if that happens or not. Alright, let's return to the dormitories. By the way, welcome to prison. I've been talking about going back to prison. This is it. It's horrible. I'm on a test with multiple choice. Alright, back to the dormitories. Our grand return.
You really are something. To be able to fall asleep like that and even sleep talk the entire time, you scared Paimon half to death.
Did I say anything I shouldn't have?
No, but you kept mumbling things along the lines of, Pyron, don't take my grilled fish, and put down the Adeptus Temptation now.
Oh no!
The entire time
Paimon eats my food again.
She seems like she's just a sincere nurse, and Paimon didn't notice anything unusual in the room. Are you sure we're not going off track with the infirmary?
Trying to work your way to AR56, huh? Are we really off track though? There are still a few weird things about the place. A movable hatch on the ground, as well as the question Sijuin asked Ravine. And also, were they really talking about their meds before we walked in? Oh, and was Lavine and Jiro's argument genuine? Or were they just putting on a show? Paimon, hear me out.
Whoa, you really are super thorough. All those tiny little suspicious things that Paimon didn't even pick up on. We've got to give the info to Linny.
Well then, let's look for Linny. Over the next few days, you and Paimon work your station as normal during your shifts. However, you manage to find opportunities to write keywords relating to your suspicions on piece of paper. Wait. Text that I can actually read? They gave me time to read for once? They never do that. They never give you enough time to read that text. You manage to pass the slip to busy Lynette as she happens to pass by. Her disguise is impeccable. She does not even look at you or change her expression as she pockets the info. They're actually giving me an okay amount of time to read that shit. That never happens. And finally, the promised 9th day arrives.
Today's the day. Let's go meet up with Linny.
All right. So, what are you up to over there, huh? Find anything interesting? Oh? Well?
Did you two run into any trouble over the past few days?
Define
No,
trouble.
we just worked our shifts according to the schedule. Nothing weird happened.
That's good. That means you didn't raise any suspicions when you infiltrated the infirmary.
Why would we
We've
raise
taken a look at the slip
suspicions?
you've sent.
You know what? What
Fremine
should I know?
successfully left the grounds via the pipes 2 days ago, and as of last night, Lynette
Say it
has
after you're
also
done.
infiltrated the infirmary after faking an illness.
If you mean that there is another story
Wait,
quest to
she
do
could
after the
involve as
Archon quest, then I know.
You already went above and beyond when you scoped out the infirmary. To put it more bluntly, even if we were to view that as something you did in exchange for Fremine's help, you've already done more than enough. Infiltrating a guarded stronghold is a different kind of job from a one-off investigation.
No,
We
not
want to
that.
avoid
Well, then
using
I'll
the same
see what you
faces over
mean
and
when we
over
get
and
there.
reduce the amount of suspicion that will fall on any given person. Lynette also felt like you have already taken the first step for us, so she should be the one to finish the job.
Okay.
So that's what Lynette thinks. Oh, Paimon hopes everything's going well for her.
Yeah.
Then, let's go check on Lynette before Fremine returns. If everything went well, then she should be wrapping up her investigation right about now.
Oh boy. But investigation is my strong suit, and you know it. I've seen enough murder
According
to
my
investigate a
observations,
bunch of stuff.
Sigewinne always spends around half an hour away from the infirmary right before lunch. Lynette knows this as well, so this should be a good time to meet up with her.
Oh yeah, we heard about that too.
Also, I'm her brother, remember? It's only natural for an older brother to care about his younger sister's well-being.
Okay, then let's head over right away.
Is it gonna teleport me? Or do I actually get to walk? Yeah, it teleported me a little bit. I still need to do the final push myself. First things first.
Solidify.
Place the dong for good measure.
Lynette should be here right now.
We passed through it. You gotta love ruining cutscenes by placing a dong in the middle. Oh well,
Lynette?
ruining or improving?
As
Ow!
Sigewinne isn't here, but why isn't Lynette here?
Thank you, Rob. You already know I improved it. Could she have found a lead?
No, Lynette rarely deviates from the plan. We agreed that if she were to make changes on the fly, she'd find a way to let me know.
Ah, damn it, I think the dong disappeared.
Unless...
Unless?
Let's
Ooh.
see if there are any clues around here. We can look while we wait for her. Who knows? Maybe she'll be back soon.
Okay,
That sounded very personal. Isn't it always? I'm definitely gonna take it personal. Vengeance shall be mine. Ow, wrong character.
There are some books here and a few files. They all look like medical records.
You probably shouldn't snoop then.
Advanced nursing, how to raise the spirit of your patients, a quick guide to the psychology of emotions, and the meaning of laughter. These sure are some interesting books. Who knew Sigewinne would be interested in these kinds of
So
things?
by herself, she probably doesn't show
She
much
even has
emotion.
books on understanding people's motivations and feelings. Is it because she's a Melusine? Or does she have a need to understand her patient's emotional state?
seems quite normal to me. These are skills that would come in handy for a nurse from time to time.
Mm-hmm. What else do we have? Investigate the bed. I'll investigate by
None of the
sleeping in
beds
it.
have any signs of having been slept in, except that one over there.
That's the one Lynette must have used, right? You said she was pretending to be sick.
She would have said her migraine was having a particularly bad flare-up. Generally speaking, the head nurse would then ask her to lie down and rest, while she left to retrieve the medication.
But this bed is still unmade.
Which means, either the head nurse didn't return the entire time from when Lynette laid down up until she left the bed, or the nurse intentionally left it this way.
Oh no, that's not a good sign. Could this be a trap? Finally, investigate the hatch. Saving the most important thing for last.
Wait, this thing? It doesn't look like it's been disguised that well.
Lenny leans down to get close to the movable latch, and
The space
this
behind
time it
is
was too
empty.
quick again.
From its size, I don't think it's an entrance that is meant to be taken apart. There's probably a mechanism around here somewhere. Could Lynette have tried to get inside? But if that's the case, she would have contacted me for sure.
Intriguing, isn't it? Well then, let's find out.
Let's look around here for some more clues. Don't panic, just take another look.
Look in Lenny's face. He's definitely beginning to panic. Don't panic. He probably said that subconsciously to himself more than to me.
Hey, you guys, there's a slip of paper over here.
So did
A
Lynette
slip of
leave a
paper?
clue? Perhaps?
It's right over here, and there's a bunch written on it too. It reads, Out of respect for your usual practices, I'll use a piece of paper or card as the medium to pass on my message.
God.
You may consider this as me giving you my best regards.
Someone found us out. We've definitely been found out.
Is that all?
Is there anything on the back?
The back. This is...
Show me, now!
We've been found out, haven't we?
That look on your face. Paimon's reading it now. Would you care to guess where Miss Lynette of the Fatui could be right now?
Our investigations ain't done yet, apparently.
Could she have... Is she already...
He'd be panicking.
Writhely.
Did he say...
He
Say don't
deliberately
panic
leave the
again.
infirmary unguarded to use it as bait?
Wait, you mean he was aware of our goals from the very beginning? But why?
Maybe
We
she
didn't
is
run
where
into any
Child is
trouble
right
last time,
now.
And he also never reached out to us since.
Why would he choose to act during our second infiltration attempt instead of the first? Probably because I was there for the first attempt, and, you know, we're friends with Neuvillette.
Yes, that is a crucial question.
In the void.
Writhely. He doesn't do anything without a clear goal or reason. So this means he had no concerns about your activities from the very beginning. You're not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Neuvillette, so you have no conflict of interest with Writhely. We're a completely different story, though.
But did he only go after Lynette? Why didn't he go after you as well?
I'd like to know that, too. Why did he only go after her?
Because you would come looking for her, maybe.
Don't
So he knew
panic,
he
just
only
think
needed to get
everything
one
over.
of you.
I have to stay calm. This is not like what happened last time. The situation's different
And
now.
I feel like Lynette would have been more calm than Linny. Just my intuition speaking. And that's why he went after Lynette, because he knew that Linny might act reckless
Wait,
to try and
you're
find
right.
her.
Wait, but that means...
You already finished
The
speaking.
fact that Fremine was able to leave the grounds. Could Writhely have let him go as well?
But what does he gain by letting Fremine leave like that?
I get it now. Do I? He deliberately made them both disappear.
So he's challenging me and trying to provoke me, I'm sure of it. We never should have sent out Fremine. We had to go through all that trouble to find an opening to sneak him around the guards and into the pipe, and we even thought luck was on our side. If Writhely
Guess
let
that
him leave
was
on purpose,
wrong.
then he's probably in a terrible spot now as well.
Maybe dead.
Lenny's getting more
Nah,
and
they
more
can't be dead.
panicked.
They're playable
We have to calm him
characters.
down.
Linny, calm down.
Don't be like this, Linny. Fremine wouldn't have left if we hadn't told you about Child. That was our fault.
No.
Yeah,
I'm
kinda.
the leader of this operation, and I'm the one responsible for this team. I was the one who failed to protect them.
Calm down, Linny. He ain't gonna calm
I'll
down.
go talk to Writhely.
Oh, you're gonna
Hey,
talk?
don't be reckless. Traveler, please talk some
How
sense
could
into
you?
him.
How dare you
I
talk?
simply cannot allow Lynette to be abducted again.
Again, if
I
someone
have to
dies,
go.
they're not a
I'll
playable
find a way to get
character.
them back.
We know that from Senora. So, the fact that they are playable means they can't die. They have plot armor. Oh no. We've been listening on. That smirk. That smirk.
We still have some room to make changes on these details.
It's not impossible, but it'll require extensive testing.
I see. We currently
Is that
don't know.
so?
Interesting.
Very well. Then please be mindful of the time.
Kick her ass. Oh, did you?
Pick everything up. Whoever's outside is eavesdropping. They'll probably come in once we stop talking.
Also, hi, King Dylan. Hi, hello.
Please help! He's sick!
So they knew we were eavesdropping and faking from the beginning.
These two.
Okay.
As suspected, they've already found this place. Oh, they are quite sharp.
Oh, we are sharp
What a
indeed.
delightful turn of events. I like smart people, But I also like playing dumb. I like the feeling of being trusted.
Oh, I see.
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep
Imagine
breath
getting
before you
jump
begin.
scared. Is the despair too much for you to handle?
Being able to read human expressions is quite the useful skill.
Damn. Damn. Damn.
We have to catch up to him.
Hey, better when you were green. Imagine. Imagine.
He's already out of sight. How is he so fast? Let's go ahead
So
and
I
lock
do
that
fill
Risley
you with
office.
despair then. In a way. Also this betrayal, Spinnet, did this betrayal fill you with despair? Did you read what that you started hating? But yeah, I did read that about currently not knowing if a character is dead.
Come out and face me, Risley!
Damn,
Aren't we
okay.
at an administrative office space? Why don't you at least try to follow even a couple rules from the Fortress's indoor management regulations?
I hate
What did you do
betrayals.
to my sister?
Then
I ran into the young
dagger
miss
all
at the
bite
infirmary.
for you.
I'd heard that she was suffering
Still,
from quite the
I
migraine,
really
so
hope
I
you
decided to
play
invite her
V3
over
and
for a
enjoy
cup of
it.
tea.
It's
I
not
do
real
have
today,
some teas in my collection
I
that
do
can work
hear that it's
wonders
really
against such an
good.
illness.
but
Stop joking around.
I am
Where
already
did
so
you take
obsessed
my
with
siblings?
Genshin.
I have also heard that your performances are quite the spectacle. Miss Lynette would sometimes enter a box filled with water, only to emerge the next second from another place altogether.
Oh yeah,
Maybe
I
she'll
know,
appear
I've
behind
seen.
you right now if you were to turn your head.
Is he trying to trick me into turning my head? No, he's probably not looking to attack me right now. All of the hostages are in his hands, and he's even in the mood for small talk. That means Lynette is probably still alive. You knew we were investigating the infirmary from the start, so you deliberately aroused the Traveler's suspicions and baited us into continuing our investigation, just so that you'd be able to kidnap Lynette.
Damn, hit him with it.
As for Fremine,
Next leads to the obsession.
you probably didn't even interfere with Child's escape. You let him go, so you could purge the Fatui members that we had planted into your ranks.
There was no need to do so. The Fortress of Meropide is a pretty pleasant place.
That he
Most people
likes to
enjoy their
also me.
lives here.
Very
The
fair.
only ones who act differently are those with personal agendas. It was quite easy to identify your colleagues.
You
Oh
removed our
shit.
original members and spread the news of Child's escape so Father would assign our team to come down and investigate. Fremine has also fallen into your hands, right? If you're
Just getting all of the Fatui taken
why would
care
you need
of, huh?
hostages?
Smart play, smart
One
play.
correction. Lynette is in my hands right now, but Fremine is not.
Oh,
He's not. What do you really want?
hello.
Oh, wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once. Thank you so much for cooperating with me.
Where are Lynette and Fremine?
Eager and to the point, I see. Alas, only Miss Lynette is currently having a cup of the Fortress's finest tea. Although,
Okay.
as per your original plan, Mr. Fremine should also have returned to the fortress by now. But he has neither shown up within my gates, nor has he been taken into any kind of custody. So, where do you think he may be right now?
Dead.
Wait,
Nah, he has plot
You
armor.
can't mean
He has plot
you
armor.
locked him outside in the sea?
I closed
Even then
the
he won't
fortress's
drown.
gate to the outside world. That's all.
He
Fremine's
can't
a star
drown.
diver, so
He's
he
yeah,
should be fine,
exactly,
right?
exactly. He's a good diver and he has
We're
plot
still
armor.
here, so he'd definitely try to find a way to come back for us. So we can't assume he might have made a break for the surface.
But why would I do this, you may be asking?
70.
To have an
On
audience
two
with you,
Genshin
of
again.
course.
Damn.
My intel tells me that Mr. Linney is a great magician, so it's only natural for me to want to have some cards of my own when it comes to negotiating.
Very
Besides,
understandable, I
do recall
suppose.
you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the Lord of the Fortress of Meropide, regardless of whether it was in a personal or a professional capacity. Well, you got your wish.
So, You've been keeping tabs on us before we even set foot in the fortress.
Some of my folks just happened to hear a thing or two, that's all. In any case, I will be straight with you. I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here.
For Raiden.
But once you started focusing on the Forbidden Zone...
I'm probably gonna save up
that
for either
changed.
Nahida or Farina.
Mr. Linney, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my
We'll see.
hands, and Mr. Freminet is still slowly being pickled out there in the brine. You know just as well as I that he cannot last out there forever. You need do but one thing to get him to safety. I would like you to contact your superior, and ideally invite her over for a cup of tea with me.
Well, ain't that
You wanna see
lovely?
Father? But why should she bother giving you an
Didn't you want
audience?
Neuvillette? I have Neuvillette
She
now!
cares for the well-being of her dearest
pulled for him
children,
earlier
she should have
today.
plenty of motivation to join me for a parents' evening. I've heard that the bonds between the members of the House of the Hearth are
Nahida?
like the bonds of family. I don't see why she would refuse.
Why did you think Father sent us to
Nahida
handle the
will make a
Fortress of
rerun
Meropide?
eventually.
This
Nahida
place is
wishes
basically a
sad.
no man's land. It wouldn't be fitting for anyone as important as a Harbinger like Father to come here in person.
Oh, I see. So it's because she doesn't care for my place here. That's such a shame. After all, I've amassed quite the tea collection. I was looking forward to sharing it with her. Both Monsieur Neuvillette and Lady Farina have already received many samples as gifts.
Ooh, I can imagine.
Was this the extent of your master plan to get to Father?
Don't I constantly make it to
No matter how
90
much pressure
pity?
you may put on me, I won't allow you to use us to blackmail her.
Listen, I'm pretty sure like 99% of my 5 stars I got at 90 pity. Or like maybe 80 at best. Pretty sure. And I have yet to get a double 5 star as well. Meaning I always have the worst luck ever. And it's horrible. I hate it. I hate it.
You people really are difficult to get along with.
It fills me
All
with
I'm
despair.
asking for is a face-to-face conversation.
kind
Does
of
she truly
despair.
have no interest in the fortress's secret? Mr. Linney, you have one last chance to invite your father here. If you refuse...
Linny!
What, you pity? I read that. I know how pity works. I know what soft pity is. I am familiar with soft pity. Yes. Why do you have to do this?
Instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my perspective for a second? From the very beginning, the Fatui has been actively infiltrating my fortress. I gave you a warning by cutting off the first few operatives I found, but that only caused you to double down. Had you given up on the fortress then and there, I'd have no reason to want to talk.
Damn,
Mr. Freminet
okay.
left the fortress on his own, and Miss Lynette tried to pry out my secrets right in front of me. No matter how you look at it, the responsibility for this falls on you.
I shouldn't ask Father to do anything because of us.
Damn.
5,
Wait,
2, 1.
He's gonna say yes. Isn't soft pity 100%? What? You mean hard pity? Hard pity is 100%. Hard pity is when you have the 100% chance. Soft pity is the increase in chance for a 5 star.
Time's
That
up.
is soft pity and hard pity.
It
Got
really
that
is a
mixed up,
shame,
I see.
Mr. Linney.
Risley!
Negotiations have broken down. Please leave, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for my afternoon tea.
Please wait. Can we really not talk about this some more?
Yeah, listen to the Traveler. If you can't talk to Linny, can you at least talk to us?
But we are treated just like any other prisoner, he said.
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette, yes? You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best to stay out of your way.
Did you
But
dare
that
break
doesn't mean you can
controller?
just do whatever
How
you
could you
want.
break controller?
The fortress may be small and remote, but it still has its own set of laws.
Please spare Fremine and Lynette.
Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time investigating my home turf by now, so why don't you tell me a thing or two about what you found,
Okay.
I'll ask you 3 questions. Answer all of them correctly, and I'll agree to your request.
Detective code
Question
mode,
1.
okay.
Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone, what is the truth behind the one about not being allowed to work for 3 days in a row?
Can't believe he's talking about the hidden rules. If I recall correctly, if you keep working without any rest during lunch hour that day, you will find a portion of strange meat in your welfare meal. Good thing that we've already run through an investigation of this. Let's see if I can remember the clues. Should be able to find if I can piece everything together. If you break the rule of the production zone, your welfare meal might contain some strange meat.
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. But what could Sijuin be doing during that time?
Ha! That could be connected to the strange meat, perhaps. Ah, I see you got the drops, okay.
The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons.
Yeah, that is not related in this
Meanwhile,
case.
The Duke believes that only idiots who don't understand the value of coupons will spend them on Fonta. We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work near the production zone.
Uh-huh.
It seems like she can perceive the general state of a person's health just by looking
She
at them.
observes people at the production zone. She's missing right before lunch, and at lunch, stuff shows up in your meal if you've been working too long. Feels very connected, doesn't it?
Fonta's internal report suggests that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. But the product
that's not
has
going to be
undergo a
related to
trial
this one.
because even Fonta's own employees have a lot of reservations about it. The research notes said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from humans. As a result, the Melusines have also developed a sense of aesthetics that appears rather strange and alien to humans.
That doesn't feel too related.
According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company sponsored it. The company must want a return on their investment as well.
Okay, who will see if you keep working continuously?
We often see Miss Sijuin.
Absolutely. Under what circumstance does the strange meat appear?
The Fonta promoter has been struggling. I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch.
I feel like that's gonna be the final one. Under what circumstance does it
According
appear?
to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took...
No.
Fonta's internal report suggests that... The Fonta
Circumstances it
promoter has been
appears.
We often see Miss Sijuin. Fonta's internal report
It appears when you don't... It appears when you work for 3 days in a row. Or does it mean that...
The infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch.
Or does it mean this? Because I feel like this might be the answer to the next question. I mean, I can try it. Oh, it is here already. Why does the strange meat appear the way it does? Does it appear the way it does because of aesthetics?
The race perceives the world very differently from human.
Is it related to this then? It is. Hypothesis correct. First try. Let's click on the other questions on the top left. Ah, okay, okay, yeah.
That's what's going on. Paimon understands it now. Who would have guessed?
Okay, so she makes the food.
The production zone.
Paimon, I forgot you had that outfit.
3 days in a row, and if they do, they'll get strange meat in their welfare meal.
Mm-hmm.
At first, we thought this strange meat must have something to do with the people who disappeared. But in reality, they were all prepared.
Detective Paimon, more like
Sijuin,
Defective
the head
Paimon.
nurse.
Oh.
She often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health and makes a note of anyone who has worn themselves out after 3 full days of work. Out of her sense of duty as the head nurse, as well as her genuine concern for the workers' health, Sijuin visits the cafeteria right before lunch and cooks an extra dish for those who can use the stamina boost.
We never tried it. Does it actually taste good?
Only the best
I don't know.
intentions with her surprise gift, and
Yeah,
doesn't
that
want
Paimon
anyone
is
to
better.
find out about what she does.
What do you mean she's better than me? She's not.
Unfortunately, Melusines as a race perceive the world differently from humans, and their sense of aesthetics is even more alien to us. The recipients of her lovingly prepared special meals cannot taste the care within and usually just freak out. Are we on the right track?
There we go.
Not bad. You've uncovered Sijuin's secret and even guessed her intentions correctly as well. It's nice to know that her efforts have not gone unacknowledged. All right, now for my next question.
Oh boy, here we
There are
go.
also some hidden rules in the Pancration Ring, including the one that you're not allowed to support both sides of a fight.
I don't
Why
hate her,
is
she's
that?
emergency food. But thank you for the head pats. Hidden rules of the Pancration Ring. Pause that. If I remember, if someone tries to support both boxes at the same time, they'll receive a package the next morning which contains a strange blood-colored liquid. I've also done a lot of research on this matter. Let me sift through what I've found and come up with the correct answer. I think that's related to Fonta. Violate the hidden rules of the Pancration Ring. You will receive a bag containing a strange blood-colored fluid. Who sent the fluid?
We often see Miss Siege. The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize. Fonta's internal report suggests that there. I've been told that
Trying
the
to figure out the who.
According to Collins, the Pancration tournament. The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real.
Is that it?
According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company.
Let's see. Let's check the other ones first. Why does it look the way it does? Because
Fonta's
it is...
internal report suggests that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. But the product has to
undergo that, okay, and this is... Why only those who buy tickets who support both?
According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because
the investment.
The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize...
I guess that is the one then, because it mentions the Fonta dude, and then this would be the last one left.
Suggests that they're starting a new trial
of the unknown product. Boom. Incorrect. Okay, so I switched those two up.
The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value.
So I guess that one goes there. But I feel like it could have been the other way around just as easily, couldn't it?
I've been told that the infirmary is... We often see Miss Sijuin observe... According to Collins, the Pancration tournament...
It could have easily been the other way around, couldn't it?
The research notes said that according to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company sponsored it.
Like, this doesn't mention...
must want a return on their investment as well.
But this doesn't mention the dude specifically, it mentions the company itself. Is it the company itself that sent it then and not the dude? In that case, how... He would have to tell the company to send a package right there. Doesn't it make more sense that the dude who is here is the one who sent the package? No? Fine, okay, be like that. Be like that, game, why don't you?
Paimon gets this rule too.
He probably did.
So really
Then why is the
be
one
afraid of.
the one clue we have that mentioned him not the thing that goes there, but rather the thing that just mentions the company? It's stupid.
The hidden rule of the Pancration Ring is about how people are not supposed to bet on both boxers at the same time. And if they do, they'll receive a package containing a strange blood-colored liquid.
Which isn't actually blood,
Get scared
but
when
Fonta.
they see it because they've subconsciously begun to associate it with the missing boxer.
Uh-huh. Paimon, what's with the long awkward pause? Just
Just
stop.
the latest yet to be named and packaged new Fonta trial product. A blood red drink. It's no wonder even Fonta's own staff were questioning the company's decision making. The company, facing backlash from its own staff, decided to try to trial the product on a smaller scale to see how it might be received by customers. They came to the Fortress of Meropide and offered to sponsor the Pancration tournament so they could push their new product. But the Duke completely refused to even entertain the idea.
Oh my god, what? What?
Knowing
Oh my
how valuable
god.
coupons are in the fortress, knew that only total idiots who didn't understand their true value would bother buying a Fonta
Senhoya has a
product
pipe
here.
bomb. Oh no.
And so, only those who proved their stupidity by being dumb enough to bet on two opposing sides of the same match were selected to receive the drinks.
I acknowledge the effort you've put into bringing the truth of this mystery to light.
Alright.
Although, based on your description, that Fonta promoter is a bit too careless with his words.
Alright.
I'll
Damn.
just reconsider my
Sucks to
collaboration
suck.
with the company. Alright, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary?
I went there because I thought there was something left there, and I was right. Damn. Do you mean the faraway island in Mondstadt that is outside of the map? Or well, what does... Not outside of the map, but not drawn on the map, I should say. I think that is actually the only place in Genshin that is not drawn on the map, right? Weird. We haven't collected enough info to answer that question.
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Risley! You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question. The thought of sparing Lynette and Fremine never even crossed your mind.
Linny! You're not making this any better for yourself.
Pay for this!
Linny's gonna die.
Ah!
Oh shit!
Linny, are you alright?
Dude got taken out.
Oh, close one. I owe you, Siegeween. That was a fantastic shot.
It was nothing.
Got
Grace.
assassinated.
Siegeween?
Though this gun may look like a toy, it's actually fully functional, as I just demonstrated.
Siegeween... You...
Are you his accomplice in all of this? The answer is yes. The betrayal.
I am merely a resident of the fortress, and thus protecting it is my duty. When Monsieur Neuvillette asked me to come here, he told me that my job would be to take care of the well-being of everyone here. I am merely discharging my duties.
But if you mean what you just said, then isn't Linny someone you should be looking after as well?
But yeah, he tried to
Isn't he a
attack.
resident here just like the rest of us?
But he tried to attack. You're so close to Neuvillette. Why not learn a thing or two about virtue from him?
But I really am just doing what Monsieur Neuvillette told me to do. Everything I did, I've done to protect them. Had I not, they would be in far more dire straits right now. His Grace knows it too, right? Your Grace? Mind proving my innocence to them?
He does
My dear
mind.
Siegeween, whatever shall I do with you? Would it have killed you to just wait another minute or two?
Well, it's nearly time after all. The way you do things can be truly frustrating sometimes, Your Grace. I figured I should try to talk some sense into you.
What are you talking
Gave you
about?
1%.
What time?
Nice, congrats.
Take me if you want. Let them go.
How touching. Can you just give me one more minute?
Damn,
Don't be
shut
like that, Your
down.
Grace.
All right, everyone, calm down. 2 more visitors will be arriving any time now.
Oh? Also,
I'll
hello
go get a cup of
Sid.
tea.
How have
Miss
you
Siegeween,
been?
I leave Miss Lynette in your care.
How is it going?
What are you doing?
I believe I hear footsteps.
Oh? Guests have arrived. Door suddenly slams open. A familiar figure bursts into the room.
Some space, please.
Oh shit.
Ah,
Was
Miss
not expecting her to
Clorinde.
show up.
My door.
Fremine. Fremine.
I want to pull for. I'm not sure if I'll pull for her.
What's going on?
I don't care
What is
enough
Clorinde
yet.
doing here?
Okay, stay home sick.
Work.
Oh. That is not a good
Sorry,
reason to
Mr.
catch a
The
stream.
tranquilizing effect will begin to wear off soon. Please take it easy in the meantime, though.
But I hope
Fremine?
you're recovering well.
Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like this?
These symptoms, it can't be what?
A flushed face, an accelerated pulse. He must have consumed primordial seawater.
Oh shit. I thought they would disintegrate
What did you
immediately if
say?
they did that. I thought they would die
Makes us
instantly.
safe.
I guess not
I'll need
quite.
to give Mr. Fremine a more thorough checkup. Your Grace, I'll leave the rest to you.
Was I wrong
I'll
about
talk to
playable
Moran
characters
while you
having
get
blood
Fremine to
armor
where
in
he needs to
this?
be. Everything else can wait.
They had until now. Maybe not vision bearers. Okay, so maybe vision bearers can survive a little bit, is what we're theorizing.
What's that look on your face?
Rip.
I thought I made good time on the way back.
We'll see.
Oh, I'm
We'll
just
see if he
admiring your
survives.
punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes later, Siegewien may have been forced to shoot Mr. Linney again. How's the situation
Damn,
out there?
shoot him again. Go for it.
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected.
Rob,
The
you
concentration
can't be
of primordial
disintegrated
seawater
anyway
has
because you're not
increased
from
significantly.
Fontaine.
I was only out there a short time. so
Only
it
the
wasn't too
people from
bad.
Fontaine can be
But if one were to
disintegrated
stay
using
for any
primordial
significant amount
seawater.
of time, well, you can see how that boy's doing.
Where was he when you found him?
The abandoned zone at the end of the pipes. A good distance into the water.
Huh.
Closer than I thought. He must have recognized it early on and tried desperately to swim back.
Locking the door was necessary.
See what
I don't think we could have saved two.
Well,
It's
I did
black
try to
with
convince
elemental
him that I had
sight.
my
I guess I
reasons.
never checked when I found
Never
that
seems to work,
one
though.
area.
It would probably work on Neuvillette. He has a
I
knack
should have
for picking
checked
out
it,
who had
huh?
good intentions, even when the outcomes were all terrible.
That's a bad sign if you're having to plead your case to Neuvillette. Want some tea?
And yes, Rob, that is in fact true. You can do that.
Not particularly. If you want to drink some that badly, just say so.
Fine, I'd like to get some tea. Want me to get you a cup too, since I've already made it?
Might as
Are you
well
gonna
then,
brew
I
that tea
suppose.
with primordial
Actually, do you
seawater?
have a towel? I would like to dry my hair.
Alright, Linny, anything you have to say? Linny's expression looks disgusted. It seems like he'd rather not have Siegewien touch Fremine. Still, he didn't stop her since it's obvious that Fremine does require urgent medical care. Siegewien's examining Fremine carefully. She doesn't look too upset, which is a good sign. I hope Fremine will be okay.
How is he?
These symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of a large amount of primordial
A large
seawater.
amount, too, and he still
Still,
hasn't
his condition is not
disintegrated.
critical. Of course, it would be best if he stayed for
Ah,
further
yes,
observation.
perfect quote for
But
Fremine
let's leave him
here.
here for now and move him to the infirmary once he's recovered a bit more. Sorry. I am aware that the infirmary may not be your favorite place in the world at the moment. We do only have a single clinic in the fortress, however.
Well,
Why would he ingest a large amount of primordial seawater after leaving the fortress? How could that possibly happen?
Please, look after Mr. Fremine for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator. Oh, I'll bring Miss Lynette back with me.
oh great, we're
Where
gonna
is
get
she?
to
How
see
is she
Lynette
right now?
again.
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her. If my calculations are correct, she should also be waking up right around now. You
Convenient.
might not believe me, but His Grace and I actually made some snacks and tea for her.
Then he has finally begun to stop tensing the muscles on his face. Seems that he trusts what Siegewien just said. Alright.
Linny, are you okay?
So it seems like we're good for the time being.
I'll be fine. They're all here now. Don't worry about me.
Are you sure? You don't look alright.
And where are they going?
My hands and feet are
Going to
still
grab
a bit
tea?
weak, but that's probably just the residual effects of the tranquilizer shot.
I'm back, everyone.
There's Lynette.
Lenny! Oh,
Traveler, Paimon, you're here too. Freminet? Is he...
Dying, yes.
He'll be fine. But for now,
He
please
can't
help
be
me lift him
fine.
up.
Primordial seawater has always been instantly lethal so far. Linear immediately come to lift Freminet up with the help... Thank you for always advancing through the text on the black screen in a second. I will never understand why they do that shit. I will never ever understand it.
Slow down.
Give me a hand and help me get him to the infirmary.
Again, the most bullshit thing in Genshin
I'll take him
Impact
from
is
this
the
side.
text on the black screen.
Annette, together?
on it?
Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him. Want to come with us?
Wasn't insta-killed? He wasn't? Are we sure? We don't... Oh, instantly after drinking it. We never saw him drink it. Plus, you don't even need to drink it as far as I'm aware. Just coming in contact with it. Just coming in contact with it kills you. You don't even need to drink it. We know that. Because that's how the entire trick worked. There were balloons suspended above, right? That would have doused the person standing under it in primordial seawater, which would have disintegrated them. You don't even need to drink it. Was the water that fell on him either? Well, he could have been assassinated in some way. Like, I was theorizing about that when we first saw it. Like, maybe he had, like, a small vial on him that had, like, a remote detonator that would have triggered. Just like, cracked the vial full of primordial seawater and boom, he died. But yeah, you might have a point too. I don't know. Very well.
The Duke and Clarande are gone.
Yeah, I just saw them leave in the background. Oh! Are we back? I was about to type out my message. Alright, we are back. What the fuck just happened? I hate... As I was about to say, ever since we got an improved internet connection, these issues have become much more common. Happening all the time, ever since we upgraded. This is not an upgrade. I mean, yeah, before my internet connection got upgraded, this issue was far more uncommon, but when it did happen, it used to last. When this did happen earlier, it always was like, yeah, damn, it's not gonna reconnect for a while. We're back again. What the fuck is even happening? That's 3 times! That's 3 times already! Okay. This never happens like this. Ever since I got the upgrade, when the connection disappeared, it reconnected.
Where do you want to go
Very
next?
soon after, and then the
Would you
connection
like to
stayed
see
for the
Neuville's
rest of the
tourist
stream.
spots?
And now we've disconnected like 3 times already. This is bullshit. This is not an upgrade. This is just absolute fucking bullshit. I think I have the right to be a little bit upset about this. Not to mention the fact that today is one of those days where I wouldn't even be streaming normally. But I decided to stream anyway because this Genshin event was about to end that I was playing. So I had to stream today. Or else I might have missed it. And then this shit happens. Well, you know, third time's the charm. Maybe after the third reconnect it'll stay stable. Fingers crossed, knock on wood. You know the drill. Let's hope for the best. Ugh, hope. Disgusting. Can't believe I just said that. But what other choice do we really have right now? Pet the internet? No. Ah, by the way, thank you for the hydrate. I'll take that. Hello, Fremine.
He's awake. Fremine, how do you feel?
Lenny.
Hydrate, head pat.
Lynette.
I'll consider it a hydrate too because I am thirsty right now. I am very thirsty.
Where am I?
The infirmary. At
Easy
the
free
Fortress of
hydrate. Yeah, I'll
Meropide,
take
Mr.
it.
Fremine, and you are
And
no
you'll
longer
take it.
in any danger.
How do you feel? Don't push yourself if you're not feeling up to it.
Traveler. Paimon. It's been so long. The sea. There's something wrong with the seawater.
This is, by far, the most scuffed stream I've ever had, and I am going to kill my provider. It looks like those things are broken, Rob. I don't think it's working. I don't think it's working anymore. I am gonna kill my provider. This is the most scuffed stream I've ever had, and I hate it here. And you know what? I hate the fact that chat is able to tell me first. Because after I read the message, not again, I was like so confused, like, huh, what do you mean not again? What's going on? It's not showing me anything. And it took like 20 seconds, okay, maybe not 20 seconds, but an easy 10 seconds before it finally told me, oh, by the way, the stream disconnected. Thought you might want to know. Like, way after the fact. Show the chat. Kill provider, I'm in the mood for killing. Aren't we all in the mood? Anyone who wants to join in and commit a murder is welcome to do so. I am down for murder. What happened after you snuck into the pipes?
Pipes. Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now.
I am down for murder. Yes. Let's hope it doesn't continue to do this, because the stream is already scuffed enough by disconnecting so many times already.
I'm in. Seems like this pipe hasn't been used in a long time. It looks abandoned.
So by the way, if it disconnects again, feel free to tell me instantly.
Where could Master Child be?
Because apparently it tells me way too late, and I don't want you to miss a shit ton of stuff. You've probably missed like 2 or 3 dialogue boxes so far. So I don't think you missed too much important stuff, but still. Every bit you miss is, you know, shit. Alright. Ah, when it does this shit again. Thank you. That way I can pause accordingly. Because again, I only get the notification that the stream disconnected a few seconds after. In which a time in which I might have
This mechanism looks like it's been
already advanced through 2 dialogue boxes. Which is annoying, very annoying. Too annoying. Okay, Fremine, let's see what we got over here. Press E. Why? Oh!
Frost is coming.
Well, that is new. Doesn't Fremine normally, like...
Getting here.
I thought... It didn't even tell me this time. It didn't even send a single message this time. What the fuck? It didn't bother at all. Right. What I was gonna say is, doesn't he normally, like, change his outfit? Like, doesn't he normally switch into diving gear when you press E? Isn't that how he works normally? Maybe I am wrong. Oh, that's the burst. Okay. So you are the one to lift it up. Okay, and then the other one is gonna rotate, I assume. Rotate.
It's getting stuck on something. Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn.
Alright, lower it and then turn it. Got it. Why do I have to watch? Just let me move. Let me move while it's lowering. There. Why do I have to watch? I would like to already move over to the other thing. Okay, fine. Alright. What do we have over here? Another passageway further down. Might be here. Can't because sleep. Sleep is important, and you know what? I would normally be sleeping at this time too. I am making myself suffer by staying awake.
This is where the water starts. Okay. Master Child probably dived into the water. I'll go.
Isn't
take
it
a look as
dove?
well.
Okay. Oh yeah, right. Fremine has extra speed underwater. Almost forgot. I mean, that's his whole thing. How could I forget?
The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. I should be going in the right direction.
Well, I hope I can end it today.
There are traces here too. I need to.
Neuvillette has extra speed too. Okay.
Huh? The traces are gone, but I don't see where he could have gone from here. Wait, what the?
Are we saying he Are we saying child also came into contact with it?
My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What's going on?
Imagine this is where we learn that Child just died. But I'm pretty sure Child is from Snezhnaya originally.
No good.
So he wouldn't die
have
from
to
it.
Get back. They still don't know anything about
Yeah,
what's
from
going
Snezhnaya,
on.
exactly.
If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it.
Ooh, nice effect we got there. Come on. Oh, 100% he isn't from Fontaine, yeah. But he did train in Fontaine. He did train there.
This is bad. I'm feeling worse and worse, and I'm still underwater.
Come on. Just a little bit and you're out.
I have to push.
You can already see the surface. Well, never mind. Oh, and there's help. Right for the save, yes. Last second save.
So, in other words, the trail you were following vanished, and you had no idea where Master Child could have gone. But there was also no obvious place for him to have disappeared to.
That's right.
If he was
I
from
tried my
Fontaine, this
best
could have
to
easily
swim
been
back,
explained.
But I had already
But,
put some
you
distance
know.
between myself and the fortress, and I just couldn't find the strength to keep going.
Imagine dying in the memory.
Probably passed
And
out
then I
sometime after
died.
that. And you know
It
the
was very
rest.
tragic.
Miss Clarande brought you back, but we also don't know why she just suddenly appeared at the fortress, or why she went out to save you.
Miss Clarande, you say? I must go thank her in person.
You're still too weak, Fremine. You can go after you've had some more rest.
Miss Lynette is right. I believe Miss Clarande will stay
But
here
yeah,
as a
like,
guest
no.
for another few days, so there's no
Drops
need to hurry.
dead.
A guest? Then I can assume Risley was the one who invited her to come down here?
You should ask His Grace about that. He'll be able to explain better than me.
Got it, I'll talk to him.
Yeah, it's about time he actually told us what's going on. Wanna come with us, Liddy?
No.
In a
please
very
go on
bad
without
way.
me.
Yes, getting wet in a
I
bad
don't wanna
way,
leave
indeed.
just yet.
Lenny.
The logical part of my brain is aware that we're safe right now, but I still can't bring myself to leave. Both of you are just in danger.
Constantly. As the Hydra Archon, yes, it would make sense.
Understood. Then let's just sit together for a while.
In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. The Traveler and I are going to head out for now. As long as you stay in here, I don't think you'll be disturbed.
Thank you.
Alright, bye-bye. Let's head out. But from Neuvillette. Hey, yo. Speaking of Neuvillette, I definitely need to level him up when I have the time. Need to figure out what to grind. And then do that. Let's enter the office. Bit darker right now. Hello. Kill is yours, boss. Okay. Haven't fought that boss even once yet, but I guess it's time that I do that eventually.
I take it Mr. Fremine's condition has stabilized?
Of course. I wouldn't have left the infirmary otherwise.
I've been
Imagine he
expecting
dies
most
off
of it.
screen.
Might I inquire as to the purpose of your visit, Miss
Yes.
Sejuin?
That would be
I
amazing.
wanted to check up on Miss Clarande. How are you feeling?
Mostly fine, I think.
Damn.
If you don't mind, I'd like to perform another quick physical exam. It'll just take a few minutes.
All right. Thank you for looking out for me. I'll take my leave for now, then.
Alright. And we need to
Want
talk.
to explain yourself, Risley?
Of course, but I'm not partial to the word choice of explain. How about enlighten?
Please enlighten us about... please enlighten us as much as you'd like.
Where should I begin? How about you start by asking me any questions you have? You can start with whichever one you'd like to get answered the most.
Then Paimon will begin. Did you know about Lenny's goals from the very beginning?
Also, Gracia Smith?
No.
Hello, hi,
I just
how are
knew
you
they were
doing?
Fatui operatives
Okay,
sent to the
I
fortress
guess.
by the Knave.
Except for my
As
internet
for their
acting up
specific
today.
Goals, I only figured those out as you made progress on your investigation.
But yeah, this is a bit of a scuffed stream, sadly. Despite it being a very fun, spooky month. Other than that, apparently the internet is getting very, very spooked, and it disconnected like... How many times was it? 4 times. But glad to know that you're good as well. But yeah, other than the disconnecting internet, doing pretty well. Let's hope it stays at 4, knock on wood. And doesn't do it again.
You managed to monitor and stay ahead of them even though you didn't know what they were trying to do?
They came here with ulterior motives. I'm quite adept at discerning what that kind of behavior signals.
Why didn't you stop them?
Initially, I thought their goal was just to investigate Child's disappearance.
How's the stream going?
Lenny suggested that I had
Again, pretty well, except for the internet issue.
In truth, I didn't really do anything special.
Just been chilling. After doing the event real quick, we're back to the story in Fontaine.
To leaving this place, he did on his own. Of course, it's inevitable that the Knave would make a big deal.
Oh, also, I had a lot of luck today. I pulled Neuvillette.
Curious about where that Harbinger
well,
went.
lucky in quotation marks. I
might
got
as well
hard
let
pity.
The Fatui do their own investigative work. All I care about is the answer.
So you were hoping Lenny's group would just do your work for you.
You make it sound like that's a bad thing. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned.
Yeah.
I assume that Fremine has told you already. The ratio of primordial seawater
I already
around the
said
Fortress
not really
of Meropide
lucky.
is on the rise. The Forbidden Zone has always
Well, thanks for
been
pointing it
Lenny's
out again,
target.
Spinner.
You got roped into that investigation after running into him. I began to intervene out of concern for your safety, and also to prevent the fortress from becoming entangled in more irksome matters.
Is that so?
Rumor's true? That you're also a former criminal?
If so, what did you do?
Now, why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day and serving as the manager of the fortress a kind of sentence unto itself? Another form of prison?
But
I just happen to
what
have
did
some
you
support
do?
from the rest of the inmates. That's all.
Oh, right. Paimon wanted to ask, who invited Clorant down here?
And also, what kind of
Me,
crime did you
of course.
commit?
I paid her good mora to come down to the fortress for some field work. As a champion duelist, Miss Cloran could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable
He did
person to help me
crime.
get through the
Just
impending
crime
crisis.
in general.
And saving Fremine was part of that crisis?
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving. Had conditions not been as hostile as they were, he probably would have found the missing Harbinger already.
So the Forbidden Zone really exists.
That's not something you should be asking after. Neuvillette only asked you to investigate Child's whereabouts. All I need to prove to you is that the Forbidden Zone had nothing to do with the Harbinger's disappearance. That should be clear now that you've spoken to Fremine.
Okay.
We've already uncovered that there's something wrong with the infirmary, and we've answered a bunch of questions that you threw at us. Isn't it about time that you answer our last
So it
question
is
of the
real.
day?
Mm-hmm.
You make a compelling case. Do you really want to know the answer that badly?
What games do you usually play?
Paimon really wants to know.
On Fridays I
Even
play
if the
FNF,
truth may not
fun
be
little
pleasant.
rhythm game. I'm decent at it, I would say. And if you like investigating, like we're currently kind of doing in Genshin, then Saturdays are the streams you'd want to look at, because I'm playing Master Detective Archives, which is a really fun game by the same people who made Danganronpa, which is one of my favorite game series that I've played so far. So that is some enjoyment that I'm getting. And yeah, Genshin is one of those games that I play whenever new content drops. So yeah. Even if the truth may not be pleasant, yes, always hunt for the truth. Have you ever played Honkai? I know it's good. Everyone keeps telling me it's good. But I feel like I can't pick up yet another gacha game. Because playing too many gacha games is... it's a bit much, especially if all of them involve daily commissions and everything. I would be slaving my day away constantly. But I know it's good. I've heard the music, I've seen the battle style and everything. It looks like a really fun game, I have to admit.
Follow me.
Alright. Well, let's get some intel here. But yeah, honestly, if I weren't so into Genshin, I probably would have started Honkai. You do digital artwork.
And a whole basement behind it. Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Risley.
I don't really do a lot. I do all the stuff that is on my channel, and that's about it. And as you might be able to tell, a lot of that is very simplistic. Like the basic pixel designs on the banner. And I guess the emotes aren't really all that unique either. I mean, one of them is literally just a reskin of the main character from FNF. But yeah, the very simple stuff is what I can do.
It seems you've forgotten just what kind of place the Fortress of Meropide
But I'm glad you
is.
like it. Thank you. Thank you. It is the best I can do. Probably. Maybe I could try harder at some point. It looks amazing. Ah, shucks. Thank you.
Stand on the central plate.
Well, a lot of it is like taking
Secret mechanism or...
taking stuff and being like, how can I do this in a 10 by 10 pixel grid? And that's about my motivation behind the banner and everything. Once everyone is taking their position on the circular plate, it begins to slowly move downwards. The text is so quick on that screen. I say it every time. I do not like how quick it is.
So, this is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, Paimon sure doesn't see anything special.
And that is...
What a huge door!
There are 3 such isolation gates in total. Generally speaking, I'm the only one who's allowed to go inside. Hence the name Forbidden Zone.
Okay, and what's in there?
Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and tell your little Fatui friends everything?
No, what's behind the door?
Paimon wasn't thinking of keeping anything from them.
Tell me everything that's back there.
Well, I'd advise you wait until you've seen the whole truth of this place for yourself before deciding whether or not to tell them.
Yes. Show me more. Oh, you know it's serious when they force you to play the main character. Oh, you know it's serious.
Huh. So there's a switch on the side.
Now you'll
Stand
see
back.
the full truth. I will reveal the truth of this case. Yes. Yes, I have.
Just went up one by one.
As with everything on this channel, everything is entirely self-made. In particular, this bear coat is my current Halloween look. Also, Dylan, welcome back. How is it going? How is it going? Had a nice break. We're about to enter the interior of the Forbidden Zone. What's that in the middle of the room?
Go on, have a look.
You're not gonna lock me in, right? Okay, no, you're gonna come in with us. Good. Good, 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 good. I was afraid you would lock me in there. Well then, let's have a look-see. This room is really empty, with nothing here, which is quite strange on its own. There's also a device smack dab in the middle of the room, which looks like some kind of massive Sluice Gate? I don't know. Yes, the bomb shooting game deserved voice acting, I guess. And start streaming once I complete. Ooh, interesting, interesting. Gotta appreciate people who are just starting out streaming. I wish you the best of luck in that. Kick or Twitch? The thing is, Twitch is still the bigger platform. Like, if you want your streams to be discovered, I feel like you want to be on Twitch. Yeah, a few people are moving over to Kick, but it's really nowhere near as big. I hear that some people are moving over, which I guess if you're just starting out, both could work. Both could work, definitely. I definitely wouldn't move over to Kick at this point personally, because I've already settled on Twitch. But, start on Twitch, then maybe switch to Kick. You see, the thing with switching over to Kick is you're not sure how many people will follow you over to the other platform. That is always a bit of a risk that you have to calculate. Personally, while I know that Twitch isn't perfect, I still think it's decent enough. Like, yeah, you earn a bigger cut of revenue on Kick, but you have more people who swing by, and if you want to interact with more people, then Twitch is definitely the platform to go with, I think. So that is what I shall say. Personal preference. But I haven't really tried Kick too much either, so, you know, I haven't even made an account on there. So I can't really say... I can't really form a solid opinion in that case. Watch you on any platform, even though... Code OnlyFans when? Simon's voice actor for Star Rail? Then he started talking about the war. Okay, then.
I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meropide.
Only codes.
Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it'd also be risky and negligent to simply ignore any potential danger that could be behind it. The
okay, so
readings
even
on that
you haven't
dashboard
opened
have
it.
not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. But over the past year, the needle has crept upwards from its original position, likely because some parameter it's been tracking has changed, if only infinitesimally. Normally I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated. Any guesses what the reading could be tracking?
Water pressure?
Very reasonable guesses. I've considered both of those as well.
God damn it.
Unfortunately, our dashboard is tracking something less ordinary.
I'll give it a second. Never mind, works again? So maybe it was an issue on your end this time? I don't know. Although I think there's a good chance it was an issue on my end. Although it never told me that I disconnected, so... Let's just see. Really short stop. Okay, really short. Anyway, something about, we said it could be tracking water pressure, and he said very reasonable. Yeah.
The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more likely.
Which is what I said.
To increase the pressure from the outside, but the readings didn't change at all.
So it doesn't seem like
Later
the pressure.
on, a few
Okay.
more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the primordial sea. I began to make a few preparations based on that hypothesis. Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that, and the symptoms that Fremine displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude that the readings represent the concentration of primordial seawater in the seawater nearby.
The concentration of primordial seawater? But we're already under the sea!
And that is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater.
Yeah, that doesn't
Somehow,
sound too
primordial
good.
seawater got mixed in, and the concentration is steadily rising.
Primordial seawater is continually leaking into the sea. That means eventually people will just go swimming and die in the process.
Yes, that's very likely.
But forget about the two of us. Not even Neuvillette knows where the primordial sea could be, much less where we could find and plug a leak. Oh.
Seems like you've figured it out.
Are we back? Again. Oh great, even the game is reloading now. Oh great, I have to skip through the dialogue again.
What lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed
Welcome back. Also, your
Fortress
R's
of
were a
Meropide.
bit slow this time.
Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it.
Alright,
also
to
be
answer the
risky and
question real
negligent to
quick.
simply
I am
ignore
fully
any
3D
potential
and
danger that could be
I do
behind
have
it.
full body.
The
So,
readings on
yeah.
that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid
Just
eyes
to
on
answer
this
that
place.
again, I thought I did answer it, but
Normally,
then
I
it
would
cut
have ignored
out.
it. But I happen to have some free time when I
Go through
noticed
this
it,
water
so
pressure is
very
what I
reasonable.
assumed.
The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so later on a few more
Please.
possibilities occurred to me. Over the past few days, the needle has moved again.
The concentrate.
And that
Primordial
is precisely the
seawater
problem.
leaking into the
Yes.
sea.
But forget about the two of us. Not even Neuvillette knows where the primordial sea could be, much less where we could find and plug a leak.
You know what? Give me a second. Ooh. Ooh. There. Just to prove my point. Just to prove my point of full body. Okay.
Oh.
And then Paimon has
Seems
the
like you
realization
figured it out.
again.
I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate. For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly, and it's now very close to us. The indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, some primordial seawater has already leaked out and mixed into the sea around us. If this continues, soon it will no longer be able to hold back the primordial sea at all.
And if the primordial sea is leaking through, if this gate falls, all of Fontaine will fall with it.
Yeah, you know what the legends say. If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into puddles in the span of a night.
Yep, yep. So we gotta stop it somehow.
But that's just too weird.
BRB, alright, see you in a bit then, Rob.
Meropide be built right above a sluice gate for the primordial sea. Who built this place anyway?
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. To be honest, you might find the actual answer may be exceedingly boring. It's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with
I
my
mean, true, I
research.
have gotten a lot of people
There's
trying
no
to sell
single
me stuff
founder of the
recently.
Fortress of Meropide in any
Actually,
traditional
only one
sense.
person has asked me
What we
directly.
know about its history
but
has
still.
been left to us by the people who used to live here. When the previous Hydro Archon, Egeria, ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled. The people drove the criminals away like a wolf pack chasing away the banished. The criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people. They were exiled to the desolate seaside, where they experienced only pain, struggle, and the bone-chilling cold. Some of them began to repent, and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro Archon took pity on them, and said, "You may go guard my secret, deep underneath the waves."
And that's connected to the
And
primordial
so,
seawater then,
leaning on the
huh?
power of the Hydro Archon, they gathered underneath the sea and began to build a fortress. They became a
Right, which is
community
now
down there in the deep sea,
this prison.
and over the years helped it to grow. As the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the first group of exiles died, they left the yet unfinished fortress to their successors. The Hydro Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing ever larger. Before long, this dark underwater fortress became the sinner's only home. And with that, the people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. They
But
saw
it still is a
themselves as
prison.
repenting sinners who would regain their freedom once they had sufficiently redeemed themselves. But as time went on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they had gotten used to life here, they could no longer feel comfortable living in the overworld. Once they had
Damn.
finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away with the ancient secrets of the past. After many, many centuries, few people still remember the reason for the fortress's founding. Now they
Okay,
just
but
see
you
it as an
do.
integral pillar of Fontanian society, as the place where criminals deserve to be sent. Now and again, researchers manage to break one law or another and live out their days in the fortress. I learned all this from an elderly historian. Everyone else just thought he'd made it all up.
Huh.
But now you know every part of that history is true.
So what now?
Indeed. It's just as the prophecy says.
The
If
prophecy
this
is
gate
true.
fails, then everyone will be dissolved into the sea.
Do you believe in prophecies?
To be frank, not really.
But
sadly,
you're not
that hasn't stopped
frank.
this prophecy from proving all too accurate.
You're
Prophecies are
actually-
troublesome things. Just hearing one will create the first wave of panic. Seeing signs of it will bring about the second, and actually witnessing it in real time, the third.
So as the Duke of Meropide, just what do you plan to do about it?
Let's go somewhere else. I want to show you something.
It better not be a lag spike. I'm gonna be very unhappy.
This is it.
Oh?
Your Grace, perfect timing. The results from our last round of experiments have...
Wait, Jurier, he's not alone.
It's fine, I already know some shit.
Lorvine and Jurier?
No need to panic, you two. I've already told them about our plan.
Well, you didn't tell me much about your
After
plan.
you warned us not to tell a single soul about any of this?
I am the protagonist, I
Skeptical as
deserve
well.
to know.
Are you sure they are trustworthy?
The results speak for themselves, don't they? These two may already know more than you could ever imagine.
All right then, if Your Grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
Harmless, she said about the person
How
who
about some
defeated
reintroductions?
gods.
This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. He used to work under Edwin. I trust that you've heard of Edwin?
At who?
He's the one who blew the whole institute sky high. Everyone knew he was a bit crooked in the head, but you're not a local, so I guess it's possible for you not to have heard of him.
Edwin's main areas of research were archeum and gravimeters. As his assistant, Jurier is quite familiar with them as well. I hired him to be my technical consultant.
Alright.
You want to blow up the Fortress of Meropide?
How many gods do we clap? 3, right?
What a lovely
We didn't
idea.
really fight
I'm already
Venti or
imagining it in my head.
Jolie. But we fought their
Gotta
dragons.
admit, I'm tempted as well.
Guys, focus! Focus!
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my technical consultants. While Jurier used to
Alright.
be Edwin's assistant, she used to be Jurier's assistant.
Ooh, are they together?
Was that really necessary?
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and just using your work as a convenient cover?
I don't think you
Your Grace, I am not in a
Raven
relationship with
Scara.
this man.
If I dated her,
True,
I'd
true,
officially
true.
be madder than Edwin.
Jeez.
I guess so.
Forget I said anything then. Follow me.
You do have a point. Forgot the water thingy was also a god.
There's another door that goes right up.
Your constant
Yeah, I kinda
amazement
forgot
makes it
there
seem
was a
like the
god.
fortress can do anything.
But Paimon really thinks everything's super cool.
Is this just a normal room? No.
Well, let's spice it up a bit. And here you go.
Whoa. This is...
What a huge ship? This is also a production zone that Paimon's never seen before. What's going on?
Yeah.
much do you know
Why are
about
you building a
Fontanian
ship
history?
underwater?
Not much at all.
Suddenly music, that too.
Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story of ancient Lemuria. To give you a quick rundown, Fontaine used to be ruled by the Lemurian dynasty. According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form of a golden bee. Taking the golden bee with him and riding on a huge ship, the Fortuna, he created his nation above the surging waves.
Remus. Reminds me of the story of Romulus and Remus. Anyone know about that one? One of the few folklore things that I actually know of. You know, founding of Rome? Yeah. Anyway, that's the one thing I don't know it. Anyway, yeah, two brothers, you know, Romulus and Remus. And, well, to make a long story short, Romulus killed his brother and founded Rome.
He called his nation Lemuria, and used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new tribes and islands, calling on them to join his empire.
There's a ship in this story too?
Might know it.
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always be found at the end of a voyage.
Do you believe that too?
Can you also find despair?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and technology at my disposal.
Same height. Perfect.
Certainly can't hurt to give it a try.
And they're both
So
ultimate
the moment I began to
husbandos.
speculate that the primordial sea might lie underneath the gate, I also began this project.
Were you inspired by the legendary Fortuna?
Maybe. Fontainians need something to hold on to cope with the impending disaster.
It's a plan for the ages.
Were the workers to find out the truth behind this ship, riots would destroy the fortress faster than any catastrophe.
Alright.
As the fortress's administrator, I'd never make such a reckless call. Alright, that's enough talking for now. I'll need another 3 cups of tea to soothe my throat. Do you have any other questions? Seems like you're good.
I
Come
guess
on,
we
I'll
don't
take you
have
back.
questions. We're too stunned to ask.
I'll leave you here for now.
Oh, thank you so much.
No
Or
worries.
some random
Don't
level
forget,
players in
it's up to
co-op.
you whether or not you want to share what you just
Ha!
saw. What
Intriguing.
you do from here on out will likely affect those 3 as well.
Means that my actions now will decide the next step Linny's group takes. In other words, if I want to tell Linny the truth, I must make him understand that we cannot afford excessive conflict right now.
We'll put a lot of thought into it for sure.
Yeah, we will.
Great. I look forward to what happens next.
Ooh, for a second I was worried that that might be the end of the story so far, but no, guess we do have some more. Guess we do have some more. Alright, Linny, Lynette, Fremine,
Welcome back. Do
do you want intel?
How can you be so much like Risley, always drinking tea?
Because tea is nice.
Actually, now that you mention it, I just remembered something now. While I was sedated, I could still barely hear 2 people talking next to me. They were discussing everything, from the leaves to the water and even the teacups themselves.
Must have been Risley and Seishween.
Probably.
Yeah, I
Just
heard
Risley
one
being
male
Risley.
voice and 1 female, so it should have been the 2 of them. They really were just talking about brewing tea.
I really can't make sense of this place.
What do you mean you can't
So,
make sense of it?
Traveler, Paimon,
It's a
were you
prison.
able to learn
A
anything
prison
from
with an
Risley?
interesting backstory.
He explained everything.
Very well. Then, would you mind checking your answers against my speculations?
Feeling better now, Linny?
Yeah, I took the time to rest, so I'm feeling a lot more relaxed now.
Nobody else is around, and Miss Sejuin is also busy with something or
Code?
other.
What?
So let's just talk here.
All right, then I'll posit my theories. I asked myself 3 questions. Firstly, why was Fremine affected by the primordial sea
Master
water?
Detective Linny,
It was
okay.
because he dove into the sea. My theory is, The long-lost primordial sea is probably very close to the Fortress of Meropide.
Okay, nice.
Whoa, he's good. He got that right on the first try.
What's your next theory? Come on.
That's our Lenny.
Hit us with more of it.
Secondly, Wriothesley's attitude changed dramatically during the course of our stay here. He ignored us completely at first, then suddenly roadblocked us. Why? I spent quite a long time thinking about this.
Forbidden Zone or
If
because
he
of
has
the
been monitoring
incident?
the Fatui since the very beginning, he probably ignored us at first because he was hoping we could find Master Child for him.
Mm-hmm.
What's more, the Fortress of Meropide is not part of Fontaine's court system, nor does it report to Iudex Neuvillette. Wriothesley is basically the king of a no-man's land. As long as the fortress doesn't do anything about Master Child's disappearance, Father can use it to pressure the Fontaine authorities. And while the two factions are pitted against each other, Wriothesley will be free to move between the parties of
Damn,
interest.
okay.
If I had to guess,
Not even listening
he probably
to
has
Farina?
something that he's working on himself. It's likely related to the secret of the infirmary, but I just can't think of what it could be.
Lenny's grasp of the big picture is amazing.
You're super smart.
Thanks so much. Then finally, there's the last question.
Alright, which is?
If Wriothesley does have a plan, what could it be? All I know for now is that his plan probably has something to do with the changing nature of the seawater. He's even gotten Cloran to help him out. That can't be the full extent of what he's doing. There's probably a secret passageway behind the block in the infirmary.
Actually,
and
there's a
something
secret
big in the
passageway
fortress
somewhere
that
else,
most
too.
people here never get to see. He has a bargaining chip, and it could be important enough for Father to deal with him directly. I don't have enough information, so I have no idea what his chip might be. But let me guess.
Perhaps I have
you
it?
have the last piece of the puzzle.
Perhaps. Wouldn't you like to know? After some deliberation, you share the information you just learned with Lenny and company. While sharing what you say, you emphasize how now is not the time for disputes. Very important to take this seriously and...
I can't believe it.
And...
See,
it's very important to take this
growing off
seriously and
everyone.
let me read.
just like the prophecy said.
Could Wriothesley have wanted to meet Father to figure out a way to deal with this crisis? If you remember, I once mentioned that Father sees the House of the Hearth as her base of operations, and she truly wants to resolve the crisis. But how could Wriothesley have known that?
Or perhaps he didn't know, and just wanted to bring Father over to his side? Which could be why he said he just wanted to negotiate.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I understand your concerns as well, Traveler. I'll figure out a way to pass this on to our father. No matter what, we're on your side.
Why, thank you, you
The two of you
Fatui.
have already aided us far too much. We probably wouldn't be standing here right now if not for you.
Actually, you would have
If
been
you
in
ever
prison
need
for,
anything else
you
going
would have been in
forward,
prison
please
way
come to the
sooner.
House of the Hearth at any time.
If not for us.
Though you may not share the
And now you're
sentiment,
standing here
after all that
on
we've gone
this
through
day.
together, the three of us basically see you as family now.
You have my gratitude.
Thank you for protecting Lenny when it really mattered. And thank you for sharing the secrets of the fortress with us. We didn't think you were going to do it.
Why are you being so formal all of a sudden?
We can work together again if
Given your
necessary.
strength, you
But
might
only
not
if
need our help at all.
necessary.
But if you are ever in danger, we will try our best to protect you.
Aww, the sound of that makes Paimon feel all warm and safe inside.
Warm and safe inside is what you feel. Are you sure the word you're looking for isn't hungry?
Paimon's hungry.
There you go. No surprise.
You've done so much already. Go get some food.
Alright, then we'll catch you guys another time.
Wanna eat that strange meat? If there's still some left over? Alright, to the cafeteria we go. Alright.
It's time for dinner. Welfare meals now being served in the coupon cafeteria.
Well, we're just in time, apparently.
Come on, let's go pick up ours as well.
Traveler and Paimon, over here.
Hey, you got some of that special meat?
Are you here for dinner too, Miss Sijwin?
Mm-hmm. And I'm taking the opportunity to prepare Miss Cloran's dinner as well.
Huh. You're right. She's actually sitting in the fortress cafeteria.
Then I guess we're talking to her
What
next.
would you like to eat?
We can choose?
Yep, you can. I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Wolsey. It's all on me today, so you can get whatever you'd like.
Oh, don't say that. You know Paimon's gonna eat everything. I'll have the tastiest stuff you have to offer.
Me too. Don't forget Paimon.
No problem. Just leave it to me.
Her definition of tasty is, after a while, she notice me food on like the dishes on you. I also bring some drinks over that taste a little strange, but since they are very nutritious, probably mentioned them before. Okay, she takes by horrible at least, however. I hate this text! I hate this text so fucking much. Seriously, what the fuck? Free dinners are the absolute best. No, you know what would be the absolute best? Text that you can actually read.
Is this how it feels to be freeloaders? Wait a second, we did do plenty of work after all.
Feeling full yet? How's the food?
It would taste better if I was able to read everything about the food. And you didn't just skip through it. Besides the milk, I mean, everything was super delicious.
I'm so glad to see you all so happy. Oh, see the expression on your face just now? The muscle here just moved, which suggests that you're feeling quite relaxed at the moment.
Sijwin, do you do this to help your patients or to better understand human beings?
How about both? Mental breakdown? I will have as many mental breakdowns over the text as I need
I'm a
to.
Melusine, which means I'm very different from human beings. I must know what you're thinking if I want to take good care of you.
You're really good at taking care of people. Even though you're so short, you still talk and act like an older sister.
I'm sure she's very tall by Melusine standards.
You're reminded of an older sister? That's great to hear.
Oh, and what did you mean back in Risley's office? When you said that you were protecting Linny and his siblings as well?
Oh, that. I just asked His Grace to look out for those children, especially that diver boy. I was getting a bit worried after hearing that something was wrong with the water. Thankfully, Clorand is very strong and managed to save him in the nick of time. His Grace also sealed the pipes after Clorand left, to make sure that Linny wouldn't impulsively chase after his brother.
Well, that's good.
Locked, we still stationed some guards there to stop anyone from approaching. They were instructed to only open the door once Miss Clorand had returned. Oh, and I was keeping an eye on Mr. Linny as well. We had to press him, but we couldn't allow him to be in any real danger.
You were all super considerate and really thought everything
95%
through.
Staff Valley, nice progress. Well, the fight. I know your pain, though. I know your pain, but progress is progress.
Style for as long as he's been the leader. Oh, I really wish Monsieur Neuvillette would come down here more often too. I feel like he'd like it here, with all the darkness and chaos.
I'm sure he would, but that doesn't make sense at all. It's hard to imagine Neuvillette outside of his office.
Get a good night's rest, you two. You both worked very hard.
Alright, back upstairs. Monsieur. Don't question it. Just don't question it. Okay. Time for some rest. Let's go.
So much has happened. Paimon just feels absolutely exhausted now that she's finally relaxed. Paimon's super sleepy. Are you sleepy too?
Yeah, I'm also getting there. I wonder how long this Archon quest is gonna go. But he fell asleep quickly. Wow, she really immediately fell asleep. And she snores super loudly.
Delicious. I'm on 1 second for free.
Good night. Like, someone looks so weird. Damn.
Out of my way! Get out of my way!
Oh?
What happened? Why is everyone running?
Oh, please don't tell me they found out.
Stop asking!
Did the secret spill?
Who's yelling? Paimon still wants to sleep.
What's that sound? Paimon, wake up. We need to go out and see what's going on. I hear a siren now, yeah. Sounds very distant. A bit quiet for a siren.
Why is everyone running around?
I think through somewhere. You mean through the pipes?
No time to explain, mate. Goodbye.
I just hear the siren.
Hey, wait!
And even now the music is louder than that. Not hear it. I saw water dripping from the pipes. I assume that might be connected to the sound, but oh well. See you in a bit then, Spinner.
These people, they won't even talk to us.
They're here! There you are!
Yeah, what's up? What do you want?
Goodness.
Why is everyone coming to me now?
Quisto and Lavaroon, do you know what happened here?
We came here especially to inform you. Something seems to have gone terribly wrong just now. His Grace is telling everyone to evacuate and get out of here.
I thought nobody's allowed to
Lavaroon was
leave.
saying you two are new here and you don't have many friends, so you might slip through the cracks. Haven't you heard all the stories like that? An evacuation is successfully completed, yet you only find out once you do a head count that 1 or 2 people are missing.
So, yeah, thank you for reaching out to us, I guess.
Why is it suddenly my idea?
It's both of your idea.
Shut up!
Can we now get out?
Okay, whatever. The point is, you should come with us.
He said His Grace said to evacuate outwards?
Yeah, he said to get as far away as possible, upwards and outwards.
But are you even allowed to do that? Means whatever happened must have happened down below. Oh no. Isn't that gate at the very bottom?
It can't be that thing.
It might be that thing.
Whoa, wait, what? What? Hey, where are you going?
We're going further in. You head out.
By the Duke, you two just go and get out. Go on without us.
Save yourself. We're immune to the primordial seawater. It's fine.
Careful.
We're immune, so it is fine.
Evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible.
Well, I'm going down.
Attention, please evacuate upwards and outwards.
No. Downwards and inwards is where we're heading. You tell us to go upwards and outwards, we go downwards and inwards. Why did you slip? Oh, cutscene. Okay, important stuff.
They're here.
Hello.
Just like I said.
Oh shit, it's about to
You're
blow.
just in time. But
You
be
better
ready
waste
to
pain.
run.
Then chill out. Oh shit. We got a boxer character here. So that's the kind of weaponry he uses. His fists. Oh shit. That looks like primordial seawater, alright. Yeah, they should run. Of course. All the male catalyst users box, apparently. Was the same for Hazo. Same for Hazo. Every catalyst user uses magic except the dudes. The dudes punch. I'm immune to it, but you should definitely run.
3, 2, 1.
Slide! Oh, true, Wanderer is the exception. But Wanderer is a puppet.
This won't hold it for long. Find Neuvillette. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
But he identifies as male, so I guess it counts. But technically he's a puppet. Alright, I guess we stopped it for now.
How long do you think it'll hold?
3 seconds.
Depends on us.
Well, anyway, that's gonna cause some trouble. Also, that feels like it could be the end, unless we need to tell Neuvillette right now. So, exactly, see? See? My point stands. All the biological dudes are punchy boys.
Traveler,
if they're Catalyst
I need you to head to
users.
the Opera House immediately. Farina will soon be meeting with the knave there. You must protect Farina and make sure she doesn't spend too much time alone with her.
Okay, you can explain everything else to me later, but shouldn't
Will
we...
do. You have my sincerest gratitude.
Okay. To the Opera House. Well, we're out of prison. So, nice. Great to be free again. You know what? If it's telling me to go left, I will go right deliberately. Okay, no, we have Neuvillette then. Okay, fine.
People over there. The knave is probably
Okay, we have one
already-
exception to the
We need to
rule.
hurry.
Yeah, of course he
Are
punches
you
with
two the
magic, but
Traveler
still.
and Paimon? Monsieur Neuvillette has left instructions. Please follow me.
Okay, let's go.
Though I'm sure he's already explained, this should be a mostly cordial conversation, unlikely to give rise to violence. But it would be most appreciated if you could protect Lady Farina to the best of your abilities.
I will do my best. I am the main character, after all. Alright, we're here. So how is it going?
Oh, so you two are the honored guests Miss Farina mentioned.
Yeah, I'm sure you've heard of me.
How could they not attend a meeting such as this? I must always have 2 or more guests at my dessert table. Otherwise, the occasion would be too lonely and unbecoming of my station.
Sure, you just made that rule up, but
To make your
fair.
acquaintance, traveler. I have heard much of your accomplishments. I am the knave.
Hello.
One of the 11
And then
Fatui
suddenly happy.
Harbingers.
This is the knave, the 11,500, and Lily and sibling's father. Certainly does not seem easy to deal with. Greetings.
I've already prepared seats for you. Come, sit beside me.
Oh, why thank you.
Perhaps you two are unaware of how Miss Farina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get together for tea when we had the time. See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Farina simply adores.
Oh, I can't
There are
eat your
only
cake
16
again.
slices sold every day.
Farina, yes.
Here, why don't you and Paimon have a taste?
What, so I can go to prison again? Seems friendly enough, but that can't be all there is to her. The knave is a force to be reckoned with. I should be very cautious around her.
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
It's pretty good. It's quite tasty, but I think Paimon agrees. It's pretty good.
That's good to hear. So what Child said was on the mark after all. You do share a taste in desserts with Farina and I.
Yeah, that's why I went to prison. My child should have no reason to have said something like that.
I wonder how he's doing nowadays. You must have heard, right? He's suddenly gone missing. I'm really worried about his safety, you know. Here's to hoping that he's an excellent swimmer.
I have faith in his abilities.
Since we're talking about him, I feel like I should add something. His martial prowess really looked certainly pretty impressive, yeah.
Farina looks quite nervous. There must be some kind of bad blood between her and the knave.
Oh, so you're also familiar with his aptitude for fighting, Miss Farina. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Child was subdued by Udex Neuvillette right in front of you.
Yeah, before you even
Against
could fight
ordinary
properly.
People, my colleague would never be on the back foot. But alas, he just never imagined he'd run into such a person.
Two different eyes. That is pretty
I must
fun.
express my admiration for Monsieur Neuvillette.
Also, two different eyes, very fitting for a Chuny character. I managed to find a few leads on his whereabouts.
Coming from you, that's not surprising at all.
But I thought you would be happier to hear the news.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a shame. You see, I would have been far happier had I received this news somewhat earlier. As you well know, a long time has passed.
Well, I am
since
sorry,
Charles
I was sent to prison. I had to investigate as a prisoner, not as a guard.
Well, in any case, there's no need to worry. We know for sure that child is still alive.
Oh, and just how do you know that?
Because we found evidence that proved he left the Fortress of Meropide.
And where did he go after leaving the fortress?
That we don't know for sure. So we can't really say that he's alive. He might have died after he left. Oh no, Paimon's statement just now left us wide open.
The Fortress of Meropide lies deep beneath the waves. Unless he pranced right out of the main gate, he must have had to swim for it. Do you have any proof that he surfaced safely?
We do not. But there was also no evidence that he's been injured or killed.
That is good news at least. His sister Tonya sent a letter to Fontaine not too long ago. Since he was unfortunately unavailable, I picked it up on his behalf. Do you
And
have
you
any
read it,
idea how
I
he
assume?
usually writes back to his family? Dear Tonya, your letter made me feel like we were still enjoying our time in Snezhnaya together. I'm currently admiring the scenery on the streets in front of the opera house. Is it something like that?
She's turning up the pressure. I'm not sure if I'll be able to convince her, but I can at least try to distract her from Farina. That sounds good to me, yes. He doesn't have life force, he's a puppet. True, very true. Give him 10 delusions. No, actually give him one delusion of every you know, of every vision type.
So much how it's written or how it's worded.
He must have all the elements. Farina?
Hold on. The water in the teacup is shaking.
Earthquake?
I suppose this is also a sign of things to come, Miss Farina.
I don't quite understand what you're trying to say.
Is that an omen?
Have we entered into the next stage of the prophecy?
Yeah, the water is escaping. I assume that it's shaking because rumbling, because it's time.
My thanks to you both. I will take it from here.
Will you? Are you sure you can? I hope you can. Let's go.
Sure you don't need a hand?
You're to kick ass.
Sure. Wow. So, what's your secret, huh? Let me guess. Nah, who knows? Maybe it's just your sense of responsibility.
The nah, who knows wasn't in the subtitles, right?
Sounds about right.
Alright, Neuvillette. Do your thing. There's the primordial seawater. You're not gonna show us? Never mind, okay, they are. Badass Neuvillette moment
Day
indeed.
may come when the prophecy is fulfilled, and the waters burst forth.
But that day is not
Is
today.
this
Yeah.
day. This ancient power could easily obliterate an entire race.
Damn, okay, just rewind that
Fury
shit.
would unleash endless catastrophe.
Damn, okay. But if you knew this could happen, why not put that seal on top? Why not put that seal on top earlier? It's too severe. The prophecy right from the old Archon. I see.
All right.
The sentence is
Seems like the
wiping out
problem
the
inside of
nation.
things
Yeah,
are
yeah, yeah.
past.
Let me guess.
Look at him
we're
go.
safe for now.
Won't hold
Indeed.
forever. Still. Worse. This is the most annoying stream I've ever done. I am just happy. I am just happy that it didn't happen during the cutscene. Is that because, yeah, overruled it. Honestly, I'm just glad it didn't happen during the cutscene. Quick recap. They made a bet. And Rivesley said that Neuvillette would come down here alone, and now she owes him a present. So, yeah, that's that. Anyway, I am gonna kill my internet provider after this. I am so ready to kill my internet provider. After I get some sleep, after the stream is over.
Shouldn't you have gotten used to confidential missions by now? That's just how the courts operate.
So what gift must the loser give? Tea?
Wouldn't that be nice?
He already has tons of tea in his office. I'm thinking about a set of legal codices.
That wouldn't happen to be a dig at my lack of legal awareness, would it?
Well, I'm sure His Grace doesn't consider the fortress to be outside the law.
I was under the impression the residents of a place like this would be uninterested in the legal codices.
That was obviously a joke.
And away he goes.
Anyway, you've still got some unfinished business to attend to in the overworld, correct?
No need to stay here if you have a pressing matter. We all know you can't leave Palais Mermonia for long.
Thank you.
Yeah, he gotta stay in his office. That's his place to be.
I hope everything went smoothly with the Fatui Harbinger.
Well, so far it did. I guess. As smoothly as it could, at least.
I must say, we've spent long enough playing house.
Never
Miss
mind.
Farina, as the Hydro Archon, I am sure you understand the exact meaning of the phenomenon we just witnessed. Or should I say, that's what I originally thought. But looking at your expression, was I wrong? And you haven't a clue?
The most clueless Archon of them all? Perhaps?
At this point, I don't think there's any more need to speak as diplomatic representatives. Allow me to speak to you now as just a Fontainian.
Wow.
You know the prophecy by heart, and also that every part of it is being proven true. Yet, here you are, relaxing, drinking tea, and eating desserts as if it's all nothing more than a few stray bugs in your garden. Do you really think that's acceptable?
Well, she was waiting for the protagonist to appear, and here I am.
Like a guillotine. Every faction is looking for a way to either avert the disaster or save their own. Even the orphans of the House of the Hearth have devoted everything to saving their homeland. But you...
Damn.
It beggars belief
Imagine
just
getting
how
called out that
nonchalant
much
and
as the god of a
carefree you have
nation.
been. From the very beginning, you, the god Focalor, you have utterly failed to take action.
You're wrong. I've never ignored the prophecy, nor have I just been passing the time in self-indulgence.
Doesn't want to
Retract
tell.
your accusation
Yeah.
and stop doubting the wisdom of the gods with such absurd conjectures.
I am not alone in my doubts, you know. All the children of Fontaine may be harboring the exact same thoughts right now. Oh, great
Ooh, boy.
Hydro-Archon. How are you going to save them? Save us? How are the people you've sworn to protect supposed to survive in a land that will soon disappear beneath the waves?
They're not going to.
My ways. And I've been working
People
on
from
them for
outside can
all
move
this
in
time.
afterwards.
Even if you
Because
look
they're
down
immune.
upon me, you have no right to judge me. Fontaine will be saved. Even if I still cannot see the true future right now, as long as I continue
There's a
on as
theory
I
that she
am,
isn't.
I will
Intriguing.
be able to hold my head up high.
Maria's not acting like her usual self. She's actually seriously refuting.
Then I ask you, Miss Farina, just what have you been working on? Where
She's
can we
seriously
see
refuting
it, and what is it doing
the
to
claims
help?
of the knave. There. That one was on me, because unlike with the black screen text, that text I can actually pause. So you know what? This time I'm at fault for not being fast enough on the trigger. But still. There. So is that all a lie, or can she really not tell us? She was so full of conviction and confidence just now, but now she's deflated like a popped balloon.
My machinations are just like the prophecy itself.
Go on.
They will only reveal themselves at the fated time. It is just that beings like yourselves are unable to perceive them as of yet.
You calling her dumb?
I see. As a god, the proof of your labor always lies beyond prying mortal eyes. Allow me to be so bold as to ask another way. Would it be possible for you to tell us the parts of your plan that are not confidential? Such as your emergency response plan for the impending disaster?
An emergency response plan?
Who needs that?
That look in your eyes. Have you not even prepared one of those?
The emergency response plan is also strictly confidential.
Then allow
sure.
me to jog your memory. Miss Farina, what is the purpose of your Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal? And what do you plan to do with the massive amounts of indemnitium that has accumulated over the years?
The what now?
The Oratrice? It's just like it appears to be.
So you also have no idea. If I'm not mistaken, someone's using it to prepare for something. But unfortunately, it would seem that someone is not you, Miss Farina.
Damn.
I first caught wind of this when Linny tried to investigate the Oratrice in the Opera House. You see, even just
Yeah, let her
this
hide
close
it.
to the core contaminated him with an extremely large amount of indemnitium. But even if that had nothing to do with you, then what could you possibly be working on, oh great Hydro-Archon?
It's a secret
Oh,
little secret.
Right. I almost forgot. Udex Neuvillette is not at the tea party with us today. Miss Farina, I suppose you must have ordered him away to take care of some troublesome business.
Troublesome business, whatever could you be talking about?
That's exactly right. Please keep it a secret for me.
Of course I will. Although, I must say, Miss Farina, you seem quite insecure without the Udex by your side.
He's actually the one running the
Very
country,
well.
essentially.
Let's stop that conversation here. There are still a few slices of
Farina's
cake
just the
left. So
mascot.
please, help yourselves, everyone.
Some topics I can speak about. I don't know what Neuvillette's task was. If I had to guess, he probably went down to deal with the surging primordial sea. But can he really deal with it all by himself? Apparently he can, at least for the time being. And is Farina being truthful or not?
Traveler, I heard that you were recently commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf of the Udex. Why
Perhaps.
don't you take an extra slice of cake? Those who work hard deserve gratitude and praise. You too, Paimon.
Did Paimon work hard, though?
Up on that offer.
They proceeds to change the topic, brings up a number less significant matters, atmosphere becomes slightly more...
Oh, Paimon's super full.
Genshin Impact, you piece of shit game. Fix your text.
If it's on my tea table, it must be of the highest quality. Yes, and we must thank the knave for bringing these over as well.
You're welcome. I'm sure the cake also felt greatly honored to be featured at Miss Farina's table. And I was merely catering to Miss Farina's tastes, seeking a chance to chat over tea. It is getting late. Why don't we call it a day?
It is getting late, I agree.
There are still a few matters that I need to take care of, so I must take my
It is getting
leave
so
now.
very late that I must soon wrap up.
We'll end it here.
Will we end it here?
Mind seeing me off, traveler? We could use the opportunity to discuss Child before I must be on my way.
Of course.
Paimon's coming too.
Worried about Farina. And we're going back.
The tea party turned out to be even more difficult than I'd imagined. Why are you looking at me like that? Is something the matter? If there's nothing urgent, then I shall be retiring for now.
Sure. Retires as the Hydra Archon completely. Hands over her gnosis. Actually, didn't they already say that the gnosis is also not on her? Right? Pretty sure they said that at some point. Okay, a little bit of extra conversation is left. I assume this is the end. Sis joins party.
I'm glad that you were willing to come with me. Of course, Child was just an excuse. I have no interest in your dealings with him.
Okay, then why did you want to talk to me? What do you want to say?
You lent your aid to the children of the House of the Hearth. As their father.
Yeah, his was taken, it's true.
I would like to express my gratitude.
There's no need. Was there nothing else you wanted to say?
That was all. Formal topics should be discussed in formal settings, and informal topics in informal settings. I know
Sure,
you
that's
just
it,
returned from the
okay.
Fortress of Meropide. Relax. I have no intention of trying to get anything out of you. Linny, Lynette, and Fremine are still there, and I trust their judgment and abilities.
I see you're liking that show then, huh?
Hard and have
Okay,
always
Rob.
done all they can to fight back against anyone who tried to stop them, especially Linny.
You mean Wriothesley. He's a tricky one to deal with. It's unfortunate that Linny's so eager to prove himself that he can't learn to rely on others, including me. By the way,
But let
and
him.
You can just
Let him
consider
be
this
a bit more
of idle
independent.
gossip, but what's your impression of Farina?
Well, she's a chuny. Is that a
You
good
are
enough
outside
impression?
of our disputes, and the freest person in all of Fontaine, able to move around most easily. Allow me to share my perspective with you.
Okay.
And that's everything that happened during the trial. Master Child was declared guilty and immediately
Say what
transported
you
to the
think?
Fortress of Meropide.
Okay.
Didn't he say he was coming here on vacation? Does he not feel an ounce of shame for all the trouble he has caused? Forget it. He did give us an opportunity. I will be meeting someone shortly.
Someone,
Require
huh?
help with any preparations.
No need. I will take care of it myself. I need to meet with Farina, the Hydro Archon. She is at the heart of Fontaine. But what's fascinating about her is that She often seems more like a celebrity than a working...
Yeah, I said earlier that she's a bit like the mascot.
Come over here, you little critter, you.
Ah. Adorable.
You dare to run from me? Stop right this instant!
My goal is just to discover the location of the Gnosis. But I didn't expect the chance to approach Farina to be handed to me on a silver platter. This is so
She cute.
easy, it's
Yes,
actually making me
very.
a bit suspicious.
Cat indeed.
Anything left unguarded is usually just bait. But no one will blame someone for taking the bait. After all, from the moment it was attached to the hook, the bait is meant to be sacrificed.
Damn.
It's just as I guessed in the second before I struck. The Hydronosis is not currently held by the Archon.
Yeah,
In
we've been
fact,
told as much.
This Archon doesn't seem like a god at all. And I sense that she's under some kind of curse.
A curse, huh?
What are you trying to do? Please don't kill me. I'm begging you, please.
Damn, an Archon talking like that, huh?
So perhaps
Shit.
she's not bait after all. Either way, targeting her has lost all meaning. I left the scene with ease. Nobody came looking
No,
for me, and
it's too late to
nobody
move my
could
head
serve as
anyway,
a
Rob.
witness to my near assassination of Focalor. I suspect even Farina dares not mention this incident to anyone. Not long after, my informants confirmed what I had guessed. After returning to her quarters, Farina quietly cried alone. She was so
You know, at
scared
least the
that she
cat
could
is
not sleep
approaching
that
her
night,
now.
Nor could she even bring herself to eat her cake.
At least the cat is
There's no
caring
doubt
about
that there's
her.
something
Look at
wrong
that.
with her. I began to entertain the possibility that she is not the true Hydro Archon. Perhaps Eudex Neuvillette is actually the genuine article.
It could be, but I still think it's Farina.
If the Neuvillette hypothesis is correct, he is probably in possession of it. Alternatively, it might have been hidden in a place that's hard for ordinary people to access.
Yes, Father.
My dear children, please speak.
News from the Fortress of Meropide. Master Child has gone missing. On top of that, the contacts and guards we bribed...
Cat
at
is the
Fortress are all
Archon,
quiet as well.
imagine. That would be fun.
Probably the handiwork of that Ridesley.
I'm afraid so.
This is a good opportunity. The value of a Harbinger is much higher than most would imagine. We now have an excuse to exert diplomatic pressure on the Fontaine authorities. Set up a meeting for me. I would like to meet the Hydro Archon and Eudex Neuvillette. Oh,
And then they did
I
that.
have an additional mission for you three.
And then they went investigate.
Yes, Father.
Tartaglia's disappearance was not a part of my plan, but I can use it to make a breakthrough. With this as my excuse, I can ask for an official audience and continue my investigation of Farina and Eudex Neuvillette. The initiative belongs to the House of the Hearth. My wish to investigate the Fortress of Meropide will be a front. Lenny and his group will be responsible for the actual intelligence gathering.
Alright. Which brings us back to now. Oh! Suddenly water.
You should know the rest. Lenny's group is quite close to you, so they wouldn't have hidden anything from you.
They sure did not.
You attacked the Hydro Archon?
It wouldn't mean anything, even if you shouted it from the rooftops. After all, even Farina herself is still pretending that nothing of that sort ever
How is the
happened.
skill issue that's approaching? Am I?
Alright then.
Am I
I've now
approaching?
had 2 chances to enjoy tea with Farina. I have to say, the leadership of Fontaine is even more inscrutable than I had imagined. I once surmised that Eudex Neuvillette must be the Hydro Archon, but now, that doesn't seem right to me either.
How did you come to that conclusion? He's well composed,
I
he's
am a
very
servant
powerful.
of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa. Over my years of service, I've learned how a real Archon conducts and carries themselves. Whether Udex Neuvillette or Farina, neither fits the bill. It's hard to imagine
Nothing compared to
either of
that,
them as the
okay.
Archon. Of course, that is all just how I feel. Gut feelings often do not require justification. It is, however, quite amusing to me that after all my years working in intelligence gathering, I've come to realize I am at a complete loss regarding the identity of the god of the land of my birth. Don't you think Fontaine is quite intriguing? A catastrophe looms, yet many secrets have yet to rise to the surface. It looks like Fontainians will have no choice but to save themselves. Ultimately, though, one must survive in order to do anything else. Should the need arise, I would be happy to cooperate with you.
Oh, why thank you for that
You
generous
don't need
offer.
to commit to anything right now, of course. I have a feeling that the situation will continue to evolve, and as your name is often connected with noble deeds, I'm sure we will work
Neuvillette!
together.
I am sorry, but I was about to end this. Neuvillette, why are you joining the conversation now?
He certainly returned quickly. You must want to catch up with each other, so I'll leave you to him.
Imagine if Senora turns out to be the only major character of a vision that will not be playable. Imagine if she'll be the only one.
This issue will prove quite thorny in the
That would
long
be
term.
fun.
I'm
Very
concerned
funny.
that sooner or later the prophesized events will occur. Thank you for protecting Farina.
May we ask what happened down there?
To put it simply, I used my power to force back the primordial sea and reseal the sluice gate.
As for what happened on our side, you recount the happenings of the tea party to Neuvillette.
So as expected, the knave has turned up the pressure on Farina. She's trying to feel her out, though I'm still unsure as to her motives.
Can I ask you some questions?
Permission granted.
You have enough power to force back the primordial sea. Does that mean you have some deeper connection with the Hydro Archon?
Whoa. It can't be that you're the real Hydro Archon, right? But that's just a speculation on our part, though.
Not gonna answer?
You can't tell us? Then that's okay. We can talk about something else.
The fact that
We
he's
won't
not
try to force
answering,
you.
interesting. Very
You guys in
interesting.
Fontaine are super strange.
If by the phrase "you guys" you are referring to Farina and I, then although I'm not sure just what you are trying to imply, I must clarify that I do not share her positions on a multitude of topics.
What did you sense in the Fortress of Meropide?
I believe so. The fortress has a long and complex history.
What did you sense? I believe
Much
so.
grief and suffering.
Why, thank you.
And now, another catastrophe will soon be upon us. I mourn this turn of events.
Huh? Why is it raining all of a sudden?
Clear sky suddenly filled with dark clouds, and the rain becomes heavier. Light rain soon growing to a downpour. And just moments before Neuvillette has just mentioned his sense of grief. Thinking back on that legend that what Fremine said, it said that the dragon of water once resided in Fontaine. Every time it weeps, the skies will cloud up and pour out rain. Wait, Neuvillette, you can't be. He the dragon.
You may be closer to the truth than you think.
Oh? And what are you thinking?
He's the dragon sovereign of water.
The dragon of... what? Huh?
Please do not be so surprised.
I have pulled the dragon. And there's Farina.
Farina?
Neuvillette, are you listening?
My apologies.
First and only dragon.
We were just guessing.
But still,
randomly.
and I have him.
Guess right, did we? You're not actually the dragon sovereign of water, right? Well, if you don't want to confirm or deny...
You guessed correctly.
Let's
I
go.
sincerely hope you'll be able to keep this a secret for me.
Right, of course. We'll
You only to do
definitely
one
help
thing.
you
What,
keep it a
end stream?
secret. There's
Sorry, that's
something
broken.
Paimon wants to ask you, though.
Because of the constant disconnects, the redeems are broken. I'm not gonna bother fixing them now because, well, the stream's gonna end soon anyway.
Please, go ahead.
Well, if you are the Dragon Sovereign of Water, and
Rob
you
will
were able
refund
to
it
force
for you,
back the
I assume.
primordial sea from the fortress, then since Fontaine's prophecy is all about seawater,
Rob's working
couldn't
on
you
it.
just use your power to solve the crisis?
None of the currently living dragon sovereigns in the world, myself included, possess our full dragonhood. They say that when the first usurper arrived on Neuvillette, they seized a part of the dragon's power. Today, that stolen power is the basis of the Archon's authorities.
Interesting.
There are 7 elemental archons and 7 matching dragon sovereigns.
The dragon sovereign of water who lived through that era perished a long time ago. As their successor, I know far less of that part of our ancient history. In any case, I believe I will not be able to do much unless the Archon disappears and returns their elemental authority to me. Given the status quo, however, I would recommend finding another way to deal with the prophecy.
Oh, so even you can't solve it.
But we will, because we are the
I still have
protagonists.
some urgent matters to attend to at my office. If you have any more questions regarding ancient history, you are welcome to discuss them with me at a later time.
Please go right ahead. There's a place that Paimon wants to go too. Traveler, why don't we pay another visit to the Fortress of Meropide? Paimon is a little worried.
See you later, Neuvillette. And you know what? I guess we're not finishing this. I guess we're not finishing the story today. Code. What? What is it? Find Neuvillette's vision. The things you want from me. Fun fact, when we first met him, I tried to find it. But it was pretty difficult to... But I didn't locate it yet. It's kind of hard to figure out. A lot of characters have the vision on their back, but it's not there. No, that's also not it. So I guess dragons don't need visions for their elemental powers then. Interesting. Oh, he doesn't have one? That is interesting. So him and us, we are the only people who can use stuff, use elemental powers without visions. Intriguing. Doesn't even want a fake vision. Yeah, they have the pure power of the dragons. Anyway, we will go back to the fortress next time I play Genshin. Which will be who knows when. We'll see. And now I do want to quickly do the raid before we disconnect again. Like, seriously, I don't want to disconnect again today. We've disconnected enough. 10 more minutes, but okay. Then it'll be easy to finish it off next time. Plus, you know what that means? That means if we get more stuff in between, then I won't have to worry about the voice acting on startup, you know? Yeah, end it voluntarily this time. I'm gonna go to sleep, have a good night, alright. Either stick around for the raid if you want, or don't, up to you. Let's raid Maxime again. Let's raid Maxime. Hunting for Duskull and Misdreavus in Pokemon Legends? Good old Pokemon Legends, nothing wrong with that. Let's set the raid up real quick. And then we'll head on over. Face to cause help. Alright. Now everyone, I want to thank you for watching. The next stream will be on Friday for FNF. When will the next Genshin stream be? Probably at some point when the next event rolls around, which should roll around soon, from what I've heard. But yeah. In any event, that's it for now. See you around. Till next time. Bye bye. And if you're watching this after it's been uploaded as a VOD to YouTube, your support has also been greatly appreciated. And if you want to support me more and you want to catch me live, you can do so by checking the description down below, where you will find a link to my Twitch where I stream every Friday and Saturday, sometimes other days as well. In any event, that's it for now. Thank you for watching and bye bye.